I know better because you said forever. Okay, I did it. Oh my god, I'm live. What am I looking for here? The Nintendo Direct. Shut up, Alanah. Because you said forever and ever. What is up, gamers? Hi. Oh my god, how are ya? Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. That's what we want, mate. It's 44 minutes? Where do they get the audacity? That's too much Donkey Kong. Have you considered less Donkey Kong? That's crazy. Hi everyone, how you doing? Yeah, this is very important. Just I wouldn't lie to you in a title. Do they have fun at Hollywood parties? I haven't been to any recently. Tribeca's in New York, if that's what you're referring to. And yes, I had fun at parties there. Thank you for asking. Had a great time. Nicole said, "Hey, Alanah, got to play Dispatch at Tribeca. Can't wait to see you more if you're of your character when it fully releases." Yeah, same. It's good stuff. Uh, People seem to be really liking it. Um, that ad hoc team, they know what they're doing. I do have a tap on my keyboard. Pleased to announce, human-sized keyboard. So I went out to dinner with Jakey and his lovely girlfriend afterwards, and I was like, your keyboard was so small, I didn't know how to do anything. And he was like, yeah, I try to keep my setup pretty tidy, and I have to respect that because, like, the Funhouse like stream setups were, even though we were professional, were a mess, dude. Like there were cables everywhere, there was shit everywhere. There'd be like, it was just a disaster. Um, if you ever had to like rewire anything, which I did occasionally have to do, and you had to go behind where the streaming setup was, it was like walking into the Matrix. It was terrible. You're right. It's not the most professional establishment, but you get my idea. Breaking down the Borderlands 4 previews? Oh, I didn't know they were out. I'd be down to have a look. Also, hello, Pablo from Chile. My mom was just in Chile. She went there before we went to Peru. I couldn't meet her there because I had to work, but it was she loved it. She said it was incredible. It was super friendly, loved it. Oh my god. Keyboard is important. I mean, for sure, for sure. But I respect the minimalism of his setup, and like I said, I did lie about the date. It was an accident, okay? Didn't mean to. I am going to do a room tour vlog finally. I'm not traveling for the next 2 months after having traveled like virtually non-stop for the last 2 months. I'm so happy to be home for a while. It's summer, gonna take Banjo to the beach. It's this is technically my first summer in a decade not working full time. Which, you know, obviously most people have to do that their whole lives, so I'm not trying to act like that's like some thing that people regularly have, but I mean, like I'm working, but I get to just, if it's a nice day, I can just fucking go to the beach, and that's crazy. That's wild. I just get to be like, you know what? It's a really nice day out. I'm not going to work today. I'm going to take the dog to the beach, and I am going to do that on occasion, and I'm very excited about it. I always wonder if there was like IT who managed to set up the Funhouse. Guess not. No, the Funhouse team that you saw was Funhouse. Omar did a lot of that stuff. Omar was our production manager. Omar is the one who set up my new microphone setup here. I paid him to do that. He's wonderful. Huge fan of Omar. He's one of the best dudes I know. Like um a uniquely, genuinely good person. um, no ulterior motives. Just a good dude. But we did all have to do it. So like I would set up basically, if you're the producer of a certain gameplay, like for example, if I did Deadly Premonition, I was the one who did the favorite games series. I would do it for any new release games. Like I was producing those videos, so the producer would be the one who would go and set shit up, basically. Um, when I was producing GTA, which sucked, that was awful. That was a lot of setup, but not that there's not that much in between. Like it was, whatever, fairly well set up as is. Congrats on your VHS characteristics being a model at a horror convention. Very weird, dude, to have your body just at a horror convention. But especially because again, I asked if I could keep the replicas that they made of my head, and they said no. So it's weird to me that there are like molds of my face that somebody else just owns now. It's fine. Do the doggo like the beach? Banjo, huge fan of beach. He gets a little overwhelmed. He's like, so many things to look at. What do I do? He really loves it. Gets very excited about it. School gets his condition towards 6 weeks summer holiday, and then adult life rips it away. That's true. That's true. We did all have summer holidays when we were children, but alas, we are not. But it is really nice, like because my work now is fairly flexible. I can just go take Banjo to the beach. Never get to do that. Very cool. We're gonna get an egg update. I think the egg crisis is over. I think Trump fixed it. He fixed the eggs, so no more egg updates. Not necessary. They've been fixed. But I can check. But I have not kept checking because it didn't continue to increase. Really, it stopped when the bird flu ended. Which who'd have thought? Isn't that crazy? Who'd have guessed? Who could have known there was a correlation between the bird flu and the egg prices? I could have sworn it was Biden. Ugh. Thank you, Orpheus the Pope, for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. In general, I'm a little confused why gaming channels hire editors instead of just each get assigned a gaming video to edit each week. Oh, because... like, if you mean, like, why the talent doesn't edit them? Yeah, because editors are much better at editing. So, like, I can edit. I've edited all of my YouTube videos up until recently, like, the last, like, 6 months, maybe. I've always edited all of my videos. Not a good editor. Not a good editor. People will notice when I've edited it. The Yakuza video, I think, that I put up on my channel, I think is really well edited, and that was technically me and Jacob. The next video I'm having, I have someone who edits things on my stream channel on YouTube, like does highlights things, and my next main channel YouTube video is edited by him. He also did the last one or the one before. Basically, producers are not necessarily good editors, so there's a difference between like being capable of editing and being good at editing, you know? I'm capable of editing. I edited a lot of stuff at IGN, including like, I'm sure I've shown this on the stream before. There was some shit that I edited at IGN that I thought was very funny. IGN Beyond, maybe, is the name of the channel? Yes, okay, videos. Alright, they really stopped updating this channel. Let's go playlists. And it is Let's Plays. I edited, I think, every single one of these videos. Pretty sure. I think so. Let me check. What do I want to do here? Display capture? This, I'm pretty sure I edited all of these. Which is like... maybe I didn't do some of these last ones here? I remember being very proud of some of them, though. The Danganronpa one I definitely edited. I definitely did this one, which has, like, some moments that I thought were incredibly funny. These are just like comedy videos at at IGN. I'm trying to find an exact moment that I know is in this. And like editing this stuff is hard, dude, because you have to, like, most people are really bad at it. Yeah, so you can tell if I edited something because there's text. If you see text like that, it was me. I did that. I love a little text edit. What am I looking for here though? Hang on. There's definitely a part where they talk about something that I didn't know anything about and I did dumb zoom. And when it goes black, no. There, here we go. I remember thinking this was very funny. It might not be funny anymore. I guess we'll see. Oh, hang on. I can't hear that. You guys can't hear that either. Here we go. Someone said yeah?
You do a line of drugs mixed with a line of gunpowder. And they use a line of...
You have to do lines of gunpowder?
Well, that was the thing in Lords of War, starring Nicolas Cage and Jared Leto.
And they Lord of War.
And they did a line of... you do a line of drugs mixed with a line of gunpowder.
Oh, I'm too big.
Was that before or after Matchstick Men?
That was right around the same time. And The Weatherman.
The Weatherman?
Yeah. A couple goodies in a row.
Wait, is The Weatherman the one where it's like with his family on Christmas or whatever?
No, that's the one. Is that the one with Taylor Leone?
Yeah, Taylor Leone.
No, that's where like he has a different life.
Yeah, what's that?
They had the talking heads.
It's like it's basically a remake of It's a Wonderful Life, but with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, and Taylor. And it's like my life sucks, but then this is what happens if I didn't get married. And he's like, oh man, I kind of like my life.
And it's like there's a Christmas motif. I believe.
Yeah. I still think it's funny. And then there was one of these where, so yeah, no, I self-taught editing. I learned to edit when I realized that, I don't even know what they were talking, I still don't know what they were talking about. I learned to edit when I realized that, so I started out in games media, I was a writer first. I recognized that if I wanted to get like full-time work in video games, which is what I wanted to do, that I needed to get better on camera. So I started like learning how to do that. That's why I started my YouTube channel. And I started editing because I just wanted to make sure I had as many skills as possible so that I would be employable, basically. As employable as possible. The other one, this one. Here we go.
Hey, friends, Marty, Alanah, and Andrew here playing Shadow of the Colossus Remastered for the PlayStation 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right,
Yeah,
all right,
that's
take
it.
care, everybody.
Oh, look, I climbed the horse.
Hey, Marty,
So-
what were you just saying about that horse?
We found out yesterday that the horse
So
is...
this whole thing just didn't have a video feed. Because like I don't even remember what happened. Like it got corrupted or some shit like that. Like something happened to the SD card. This is crazy. This is 7 years ago. And so we did a whole Shadow of Colossus Let's Play that had no.
I mean, which is great because I think that's part of the story is that Wander and his sister wife come to the Forbidden Land. I call her the sister wife because we don't know what their relationship is. It could be
I
siblings.
always assumed they were brother and sister.
Yeah, so did I.
I've always assumed that it's a sort of a Link Zelda thing where he's
What a
her
good
like
game,
she's-
man. What a good game. But I had to just do dumb text jokes because we didn't have the video
Unrelated.
feed.
Do I enter this?
Nice.
God, the exact same thing happened last night. It was so annoying. What?
Good stuff.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Editing classic there. Great stuff. But yeah, you can go see some shit I edited if you want to look at IGN Beyond's gameplay channel. That's a bunch of shit I edited. I probably didn't do all of them, but I think I did most of them. I definitely did the knack video. So basically I was a producer of these as well. So like I was never a host at IGN. I was always a writer producer, so it was my job to like figure out what we were playing and when it would publish and all that shit. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Good times. But yeah, basically the answer is most hosts are bad at editing, so and I think the follow-up question is then what are you doing all of the time? well, at Funhouse specifically, we were making so many things that kind of didn't apply. Like, when they were off doing Arizona Circle, I was only a part of that for a small period of time. So that's when we started doing all those editor gameplays that people loved, because I was the only producer left. So it was a matter of like figuring out what we were going to record, when we were going to record it, testing shit, figuring out where it would go in the schedule and who would be editing it. And then also like all of the back end stuff that you have to do for working at Funhouse, which is stuff like figuring out when we're doing the merch shoot and what's going to go on what platform and producer stuff. Frankly, I never felt like I had enough work to do at Funhouse, and I had brought it up in a meeting once where I was like, guys, I could be making so much more content. I'm a hard worker and I would like to work more. Can we do more work? That was brought up in a meeting once, and they were like, you're like 25, shut up. So I don't even know if I'd have that energy now. They were like, you're a baby. Yes, you can do that. We can't. Back when I was getting paid off for video game reviews, I was at Funhouse. Didn't review games at Funhouse, okay? Did at IGN. Never got paid, though. Wasn't even paid well in general, so. I revisited No Man's Sky. I love No Man's Sky. I think that game is brilliant. Big fan. Am I scared to travel out of the US? Is it hard with the current situation? I've traveled outside of the US 3 times so far this year. 4 times. I've done a lot of travel this year. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Australia, Sydney, Adelaide, and Brisbane. I've been to London and Liverpool and Nottingham. And then I've been to Peru. That's it, though, for international trips. And the answer is no. I have global entry, so you literally walk through, nobody even asks you any questions. But I have, in and around the international trips, been deleting everything on my social media. Well, sorry, deleting my apps, from my phone. Not that it would really accomplish anything, but I've been deleting my apps and all my text messages when going through the border, just to be safe. Just to see. But yeah, no, I haven't had any issues at all. How was directing Rahul? He's a very good actor. Yeah, context is I directed Rahul in the episode of TV that I directed earlier this year, and yeah, I gave him I asked him if he would do a little bit part, and he only said yes because I asked, obviously. He was really easy. I kept being mean to him, just being like, Rahul. He was perfect. I had almost no notes for him outside of like maybe some timing things sometimes where I'd be like, can you come in a little faster or just do this, whatever. Very camera focused stuff, not performance focused stuff. And I just kept being like if I would give people notes, I would then go to Rahul and be like, and Rahul, could you just put effort in? Could you even try to be a good actor for once in your life? Just because it was fun. He's a very, very good actor. It's effortless. Rahul really does not even have to try very hard most of the time. He's just really fucking good. It's crazy. I feel like some of these channels fail in the end because they hire too many people, then shut down if the viewership drops a lot. They get by on less views if on-screen casts were also the editors. I hear what you're saying, but they also wouldn't get as many views because the edits wouldn't be as good. So like, for example, when Jacob was on part of the cast more at Funhouse, but also editing, he was basically burnt out 24/7. Like, it's a lot of work. Those videos take them a long time to edit. It's basically not, what you're asking for is crunch. I'm sure corporate agrees with you, to be clear. I'm sure corporate is like, well, what if they all did 2 jobs at once? And they would love that. I think it's maybe all a little harder and more time consuming than you would think for the most part. And I really only didn't have that experience at Funhouse because they were off doing Rooster Teeth stuff that I often didn't really want to do. So I didn't like go to all the RT events or live streams and all that stuff. So like that, you know, takes up time that I didn't have to worry about. I'm hearing about Alters. I'm hearing Alters is good. People are saying this. I've heard of this. What is it? An ambitious sci-fi survival game with a unique twist. Shall I purchase it? I'm down to check it out. I just feel if you release one gaming video a day or something, surely you're only filming gameplay one day a week or so. No? No, absolutely not. Because you also have to... So we filmed gameplay videos every day, usually 2 a day, constantly. There was never a week where we only filmed 1 video. It was always multiple. And no small part of that is that you have to constantly prep for holidays or people's vacation time too. So like, in order for Funhouse to have December off, we have to start shooting December videos in like September to have those videos ready to go. Yeah, I think it's just maybe harder work than you think it is all I'm trying to say. 1 day worth of hours? Again, no, because also, like, it took an hour to an hour and a half to make a Funhouse video in terms of recording. For a video that ends up being 20 minutes, 15 minutes. It's harder than you think it is. That's all I'm trying to say. It's harder than you think it is. It's a lot more time consuming. You play Tales of the Shire when it releases. What is that? Have I heard of that? Tales of the Shire. Oh yeah, this is like cozy Lord of the Rings game. It looks really cute. It looks really cute. I think I'm down. And is it being made by Weta? Yeah, I probably have some friends who worked on this. I just today, a purpose of nothing, watched that have you worn wigs, do you wear wigs video again? Just because it's so cute. Just because it just brings me happiness. Should I pull it up? It'll be right up in my history. It's a real shame GameSpot and IGN are so far removed from the channels they were 10 to 15 years ago. Dude, I sometimes think about the fact that when I worked at IGN, I ran the Instagram account just because nobody else was doing it. That's insane. Because their Instagram is now this huge, like, major, like, branded thing that probably makes them a bunch of money. No one was using it, and I was like, we should probably be using Instagram, you guys. So I started using that account. If you were to scroll back to the start of the IGN feed on Instagram, it would largely be shit I posted, which is like a picture from an event, a picture of a game, like people at PSX. Like, I was just trying to do, like, BTS stuff from IGN because I was like, why is nobody using this account? I think I posted some unboxings on there. Crazy. They just didn't even think about it. And yeah, those brands have certainly changed a lot, but it's really media changing. It's in a tough spot across the board. Not great. Am I gonna play Death Stranding 2? It's an indie game, don't know if you've heard of it. Well, it is set in Australia. I was talking about this last stream, but I just don't really have huge desire to. Same as with Outer Worlds 2. I can't tell you why, though. Sometimes I love a sequel. I was so excited about Dragon's Dogma 2. I would lose my shit over a Dragon's Dogma 3. I don't really feel the need to play more Death Stranding for some reason, but I don't know how to tell you why. Like, same as Outer Worlds. Good games. Yeah. I'm not sure. I will watch a YouTube compilation of all of the cutscenes because I am a huge fan of Kojima making his weird little short films that he makes and then puts gameplay around. I love that. Huge fan of that. Big fan. Have I finished Blueprints? Well, the most recent episode of Play Watch Listen, which unfortunately has some not great audio because Tonda was accidentally recording double audio, which is a bummer, is with Tonda Ross, the creator of blueprints. Check it out. I've stopped playing it. I feel like I can say this without, except Peter, I don't know how far along you are now. To most people, this will mean nothing. Because it doesn't really say anything. How do I phrase it? I don't want to... I'll just say I got to the scepter. That's all I'll say. And then stopped. And now I'm playing Hollow Knight. Specifically because everyone keeps saying that Layers Deep, which is the game I'm co-directing, wishlisted on Steam, looks a lot like Hollow Knight, and I had never even played a Hollow Knight. So I was like, I should probably take a look at Hollow Knight. I'd played like a tiny bit, but I'm now trying to finish it. And look, there's only so much you can do about a 2D Metroidvania. They're going to look pretty similar. They're the same genre of game. But I think that we are functionally very different. Functionally very, very distinct. But yeah, so I'm, for Hollow Knight, I just killed the first Dreamer. And was alarmed by how easy it was. I suspect the other two aren't going to be that easy. But it was suspiciously simple. I think his name's Zeno? Or something like that? Solo? Zeno? Starts with an X. Killed him. Dead. Drew, I wasn't worried about you because I figured you were already there. I wasn't sure about Peter, so... Maybe I'm just good? Well, I've gotten better. I've definitely improved. Because there are things that now I would say the first time that you fight the, what's her name? The one that's the main character of Silksong? That fight made me figure out how to pogo. And now, Hornet, thank you. And now I will find everything fairly easy, I think. Except the one fight that, like, look, I haven't got a lot of stuff, so, like, I'm sure I'm missing many things. I'm only looking at a walkthrough if I don't know where the fuck to go, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But I'm not, like, reading walkthroughs in terms of, like, I'm sure there are items that I haven't found, and I probably don't have anywhere near as many upgrades as I should. I just bought the second charm notch unlock. I have one more, unless there are more that end up unlocking. But I'm sure that I'm still pretty, like, baby in terms of the shit that I have. The boss that I have not... I tried and was like, fuck that, and didn't even try again, which, like, all the others I've done, like, Mantis Lord's piece of cake wasn't a problem for me. The fucking brooding Malwek? That dude? Smoked. I think I did it twice, and I, like, was dead in a matter of seconds, and it was like, never mind, I will come back here later. Fuck that guy. Because, my pogo strategy does not work on him. Doesn't work. He spit too much fire, and I'm not prepared for it. But I'll go back there. It's fine. He's optional. It's fine. Please, no spoilers, Sadie. I have no idea what you're referring to. I wish I could unsee that comment. I don't know how I no spoilers. I have not finished Hollow Knight. I have just killed the first Dreamer. There's many things I have not seen. Please, no spoilers. Well, you spoiled it. I didn't know what that thing that you just mentioned existed. It must be terrible because the Mantis Lords are a problem for me. Yeah, so the Mantis Lords I found easy. I think it maybe took me like 3 tries. And I knew that people had said they were hard. I'm not really sure. I found them very simple. The reason that I found them easy is because I was just... a lot of dashing, obviously. But then when they're up on the side bits, especially when it's just one of them, it's a lot easier. You jump and do the blast attack because they don't move. Everything else is just watching and dashing. And I found them quite easy. And then, like, especially when there's 2 of them, one of them comes down, you pogo, wait for the other one, pogo. Like, I think once I got basically I'm saying once I did the first hunter thing and then I figured out pogoing in boss fights, the whole game got a lot easier, except for things that have big AoE like damage attacks, like I said, like the brooding Mulwak, because fuck that dude. That's not, I can't pogo him in any, maybe I can, maybe I haven't figured out how to do it yet, but I tried a couple of times, was like, that's not happening just yet. I am not going to pull that off. What areas have I unlocked most recently? Well, hang on. Hang on. Let me just pull up the game, shall I? I'm not opposed to doing that. Okay, you want me to talk about Hollow Knight? It's like all I want to do right now. When we're having Layers Deep meetings, I keep being like, so here's where I am in Hollow Knight, you guys. Because it's my new video game obsession, and it's great. It's great. It's a great game. Here we go. Pull this up. And I will, I guess, maybe Hollow Knight spoilers? And potentially? I don't know. I'll be showing you a game. I think I'm like 10 hours in or so. Maybe 12. Not really sure. Thank you, Dagger Till Alexandros. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we are already talking about accessibility stuff for Layers Deep as well. Case Talk said DS2 seems like much better and improved DS1. One of the main things I'm not a fan of is the combat in the first game. I actively avoided it. In DS2 it looks so much better and you can actually add stealth. I think it's currently under embargo. But I will say the reviewers that I've spoken to have had very positive things to say about Death Stranding 2. I think it's going to review quite well. It seems like it's still like, oh, my bad. The kind of game that, there we go. If you like the first one, you'll like it. But, success. Too loud. But with various improvements, and I guess if you don't like it, then you probably still won't like it. Is kind of the idea. What am I doing here? Would have to download Hollow Knight, but I was considering playing it anyway. Don't lie to me. I'm connected to the internet. Don't lie. Let me restart. Well, thank you so much, Sadie Alexandra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. No, you're okay, Sadie. It's fine. You don't need to apologize. You did not need to do that. That's I was just like, I wish I hadn't read that because I didn't know that existed. It's fine. You did not mean to. What's the game you're involved in that you can wish list? Layers Deep. Layers Deep. Here we go. I think I made a command for it. There you go. We are a team of 3. Myself. I'm doing narrative design, which is like story, lore, plot, character stuff, but also narrative design is different from writing in that it's game design too, in a way that I would say that we're all game designers on this project, which is cool. It's a fun way to make something, but we did do game design at SMS as well, which is actually a very cool part of the job. Is it the writing team because they start so much earlier than everyone else on projects. Not gonna elaborate on that. You actually get to come up with a lot of like kind of gameplay systems in a way. Obviously they get iterated on and torn apart when when people who are much better at it come in, but small part but cool part of the job, and I'm obviously doing a lot more of that now, which is basically just FGH Hollow Knight. You should be here somewhere. Here we go. It's basically like, here's how the game is going to function. That is what game design is. And so doing it from a narrative design perspective is actually, I was originally going to do Layers Deep the other way around. Like I was going to let them do all the LD and then I would come in and write, but it's actually a little easier to do it with me first. So I basically go, here's the story in this area. Here's a vague idea. I've like got little like shitty little let me show you one of them. See if I'm comfortable sharing any of these. Shared drives, Layers Deep. I've been basically like drawing my own shitty maps to be like, don't worry about this. No, there's too many spoilers in them. I can't show you. I can't. It's basically maybe like, here's what I think the level design should look like based on my suggestion for progression of the story here. And then, you know, everyone will come in and fix it. But it's basically being a narrative-driven game, which I actually think very fundamentally it makes a lot of design decisions a lot easier because they become logic-based or organic. But it also makes it very different to Hollow Knight, just by default. Hollow Knight is an exploration-driven game. It is also very currency-driven game. Like, majority of what you are trying to do, at least in the early stages of Hollow Knight, is get money to buy things. You are exploring while doing that, but it's very, very currency-focused. Like, you are getting money, going back somewhere, purchasing something that unlocks another area or that makes you strong enough to do something. It's not like we don't have an economy, but we don't have money. It's just fundamentally quite different. Looks too good to show on stream. I did them all with paint. They do not look good, but I have too many. Like, you can't really spoil an indie game you're working on. Like, I'm not signed an NDA. In theory, I could tell you things, but there's stuff in here that I don't want to share just yet. I wonder if I could show it to you without the text. Maybe I could get rid of the text and you could see just like what my terrible drawings look like. Now I'd have to actually edit the text out, which would be too much effort. But it's very fun. It's very fun. Yes, I'm one of 3 people working on it. We have an art director, basically a systems director, who is our programmer, and I am narrative director. It's very fun. Very fun. Sad to see more of the game we're working on. Thank you. We actually, I've been doing it a lot this month because, it's like I'm in between schedule and stuff. So obviously I've been traveling a lot, but it's not hard to write on a game while traveling. So I've been doing a lot of Layers Deep stuff lately, and I'm working on a movie as a creative producer that was initially supposed to film next month, but we pushed to September, October. So this is like my now window is like do as much Layers Deep work as I can before I have to go on the movie, and then I won't be able to do any of it. Because we'll be shooting that whole time, so yeah. Yeah, Hollow Knight do be a small game, dude. Crazy. Efficient. Sure, it looks very good and professional. Thank you. Hang on. There's something that I submitted to Josh and Eric, who are also on the Layers Deep team the other day, where I was like, hey, here's this. This is basically what I used to do at Sony. I just did it the same way for you guys, except that it looks shitty because you're not Sony. Hope that's cool. I was like, you're not going to get mad at me because you're not a corporate entity for how badly this is presented. You get the idea, don't worry about it. And they were like, great. It's very handy. As creative producer, will I be on set for all the shooting days? Yes. Creative producing a movie is basically like, I get a story credit on this movie because I did enough. It's weird to talk about because people don't really understand. So I gave a lot of so many Gears of War 3. That's a really good point. Also, we're playing it again on Saturday, everybody. Gears 3 stream, we're finishing it on Saturday. So I gave script notes on the script, and then the director/writer implemented enough of the changes that I made to the script because they're plot changes that it now will say story by. I changed some characters. I changed the name of the lead character. I changed the ending. It's not to say I changed it. It's that I came up with the ideas that he was the one who actually did it. I think he may have just, like, I did some minor rewrites, and I think he may have taken a couple of scenes that I wrote completely. But dialogue rewrites you do not get any credit for where screenplays are concerned. It has to be plot. So I have written things in the script for the film. I wouldn't even know which. I couldn't even tell you which lines were mine and which were his. But you get a story by credit if you've changed enough of the plot. So the movie will have story by Alanah Pierce, and so that's like half of being a creative producer is that kind of shit. And then the other half is like basically like supporting the director. Like I've been doing casting work, and I will be on set all day while we shoot, and it is like hey, here's how I feel about the tone of this. What if we shoot this way? I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be really fun. You streamed last year, we had guest fight for the game of the year for last year. How many of those games have you tried? Oh man, not that many of them. Since I left games media pretty much completely, I'd be playing shit like Hollow Knight these days. Obviously, I played a lot of Blueprints, but I'm kind of playing older stuff. So I don't play as many new games anymore, I think. Can you be a creative producer if you're not inherently creative asking for a friend? No. But producer stuff is about organization too. It's not about just coming up with an idea. You do have to like... You can't just have an idea, you have to also present a solution to the idea, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll basically be helping the director. He very specifically wanted me there for all the shoot days, and I think I'm a pretty good director. There are things I'm okay at. I will always say, okay content creator. Not great at it. Not good with consistency. Very low energy. I get myself in trouble all the time. Okay content creator. Bad to okay. I think I'm a good writer. I think I'm actually a very good director, and I'm definitely going to be doing more of it going forward. It's something that I get the most positive feedback of anything that I do is when I direct. So I think I'll keep doing it. 7 out of 10 content creator? That's a stretch. I'd give myself a 5. Maybe. I appreciate you all for saying that. Thank you for the kindness. Have you considered that you're wrong? Mid content creator. Again, not very consistent. Regularly say things that people get mad at, even though I'm like, wow, I didn't expect anyone to get mad about that. Travel too much. I'm doing too many other things to keep up with it. Not great at editing. Often my audio's fucked up. 5-level content creator. Content creation inspired me to not do it myself. That's amazing. Can we give Viz a game code? Viz, would you like a game code for Tony Hawk? We have demo access. It's very good. You're right, though. You shouldn't do it. If I inspire you not to content create, that's fair. But it's like also all my friends who are content creators are all so successful. Like, I have these friends who are just like incredible, talented content creators. And so like, because it's never been a thing that I've done full time, and I have all these people around me who are the most successful of all time, I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. Why even try? Like, like Ethan's my best friend, and he's Unis Arnis was like one of the most record-breaking YouTube things of all time. Friends with Mark, as in Markiplier. I'm friends with Jacksepticeye. We were talking yesterday. Sean, Aaron from the Game Grumps is one of my favorite people on the planet. These are all people I talk to on a regular basis. They're content creators. Even like Eddie Burback and Jarvis and Nikki Jakey, like very successful content creators. And I'm just like, well, sometimes I talk about games media, so doing my best. D-Tune, another successful content creator friend that I just simply cannot compete with. G'day everybody, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome. Bloody oath. I'm talking about how I'm a bad content creator and how all of my friends are so much more successful than me. Welcome. I don't know why Jordan has sent you here. He's clearly misunderstood something and he sent you to the wrong place. He sent you to a bad content creator. 5 out of 10. That's all I'm saying. I love Nikki Jakey, but the dude makes like 2 YouTube videos a year. Think you're doing all right? I think that's irrelevant. I think his videos are so good though. Like when Jakey makes a video, it's an event. You know what I mean? Like I just had dinner with him last Friday and we were talking about the CSGO video and I was like, dude, you basically made a documentary. Like at this point, him and Eddie, especially, I mean, Jarvis too, when he actually makes videos on his main channel, are making like HBO documentary level content. And again, these are the people that I talk to on a regular basis. Me? Garbage. Nothing close. Nothing like that. They're all very good. Very good. Can't relate. Fucking Jordan, who just raided me. I've spoken about Detune many times, everybody. If you don't know him, then you haven't been paying attention, which is fair enough because I'm a bad content creator. Jordan does actual live streamed events from like paranormal ghost hunting in haunted houses. That's crazy and very cool. And also, Jordan, when am I going to do one with you? We've spoken about it, and I would like to a lot. We'll do it eventually. We almost did one time, but I couldn't get there after work in time. I was still working full time. Quit my job in December. And we almost did, and then I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get there in time, devastatingly, because they had to start at like 7 or something, and I didn't finish work until 6. So yeah, I would love to. I'm so down. We'll figure it out. We'll do it at some time. I already look forward to it. Am I a scaredy cat? I'm real scaredy cat when it comes to video games. I actually don't know. Like, I'm not scared of movies. I don't feel like I'm an overly scared person in real life, unless there are spiders. I'm definitely very scared of video games. I have no idea how I'll be doing one of the Jordan streams. Like, I couldn't guess what it'll be like for me. Very cool though. He makes actually good content. Are you from that era of YouTube when everyone was doing Hot Pepper game reviews? Okay, so again, not a YouTuber. I worked at IGN when Hot Pepper Gaming was a thing, but I am also very good friends with Vernon, who is the creator of Hot Pepper Gaming. So yes and no. But I think when I say I'm not a YouTuber, I make YouTube videos. I do that. That is a thing that I do. So I'm not saying it's so I'm so stupid about it. I say that just because it's not my full-time job. So it's like I don't feel like I'm from an era of YouTube. I was working at IGN at the time, you know what I mean? So yeah. Did that make sense? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, welcome. I am Souza. It's me, live. I do have a Switch too, yes. And on Friday, we are doing Mario Kart World Tour Tournament, 1:30 p.m. PT. One of my teams pulled out, so I'm really scrambling to try to make sure we can still do it, because they pulled out very last minute, literally like 2 hours ago, and I was like, oh, fuck. So basically the idea is that there will be several teams. One of them is, I'm calling it Not Funhouse, so it's me, Charlotte, Jacob, Bruce, Lawrence, and Rahul if he can. He's up filming Carrie right now, so he doesn't know his schedule for Friday yet. But that will be one team, is the Not Funhouse team. We'll figure out a different name for that. There's a Kind of Funny team. There was a Min-Max team, but they're unable to do it. And the fourth team is a series of content creators. So I have to replace the third team. So I'm trying to do that, and hopefully we can still do it. If we can't, I guess we could just have a computer team. But the idea is that we'll play through every single course in Mario Kart World Tour. I think it takes about 3 or 4 hours. And whichever team wins gets to choose a charity that everybody has to donate to, and all of the other teams have to donate. They can donate as much or as little as they want. I'm like not trying to make people spend more money than they can. But ideally, we would also get the community to donate at the same time. I'm thinking of either doing mine for Stand Up to Cancer, who I'm going to be fundraising for the rest of the year as part of my now involvement in Creator Clash 3. I did ask Aaron if he would be down to do Game Grumps team, but he's at Magic the Gathering. He's at MagicCon, so Game Grumps team cannot. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I might do Point of Pride instead. So, yeah, figuring it out. But the plan is Friday, 1:30 p.m. PT. If that changes, I'll post something probably on Blue Sky tomorrow to cancel it if we can't do it, but I really hope we can. I just have to figure out what that last team looks like. I mean, I did consider doing a team like full of, like you're saying there, Drew, full of like you guys. I was like, well, we could do an audience team, maybe. But I just wouldn't know how to coordinate that. Oh, yes, involvement in Creator Clash 3. This is one of the craziest things that I like get to say now, sort of, is that I'm technically a boxing promoter now. Only involved in Creator Clash 3 specifically, to be clear. They reached out to me when Ian and Anissa stepped back. I had spoken to the team at Creator Clash about feeling like I had been burned pretty badly, and that I was like upset with how things went down, and like, again, I'm very good friends with Aaron, who runs Real Good Touring, who run Creator Clash. And so I said it pretty candidly to Aaron that I was like, hey, I really feel like we all got fucked over here, and I really put so much energy into this event when my, stepdad was dying of cancer in the hospital. My mom had to fly home, even though he actually did end up living through that period. My mom had to fly home the night after the fight, even though she was supposed to stay an extra week, because the hospital called us and was like, hey, he's gonna die. The night before the fight was when that happened. The doctors called us, we were in Tampa, and they were like, he doesn't have any time left, he's gonna die. You have to come home. And she was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to get on a flight tomorrow. So I booked her a flight for the day after, or maybe it was even that night, I don't remember. And she had to fly home immediately. And so the whole time that I was training for Creator Clash, I kept being like, I should go home, I should quit this, and I should be in Australia. My trainer, Christo, saw me cry more than anyone has seen me cry in my entire life, because I was doing this boxing training, and I had so much guilt and fear, and it was just fucking awful to like, I was also like waking up at 3 a.m. getting phone calls from Australia, getting updates all the time. It was a fucking awful period of time. I had so much trouble. And the only thing that kept me going was, you're doing this for charity. That was it. That was the only thing that prevented me from dropping out, was you can't let people down. This is for charity. They raised $1 million last year. You have to keep going. It would be really shitty to drop out now. You would be fucking over all of those charities, right? And then it didn't raise any money for charity. And so I cried when I found out. And I was like, what the fuck did I do this for then? What the fuck was the point? And I was pretty vocal with him about that. Like, again, I said that openly to Aaron, that I was pretty upset about it. A lot of people were. Everybody who watched felt that way too, right? Just for different reasons, different varying reasons. And so I donated they give you a reimbursement for Creator Clash. I didn't even know that when I signed on, but I donated my whole reimbursement to charity. I did a merch sale. I donated all proceeds from that to charity. I did everything that I could, but that still, like, and that was me trying to feel better about it, but it still didn't, because it didn't give me back that time. So I was pretty pissed off at Creator Clash. And again, told them that. And I also, there was just like some handling stuff that, like, we didn't find out that it didn't raise money for charity for a pretty long time. Like, I think that maybe, I don't really know, maybe Ian and Anissa were like scared to tell us or something, but I didn't even find out through them. I found out through one of the other fighters, and I was like, what? I really feel like I should have known this. And so I felt pretty bummed. So they knew I felt this way. I was open with them about it. That I feel like we got fucked over, and it was really, really disappointing, and I would never get that period in my life back, and it was so fucking traumatic and stressful. So then they reached out, because I'm still friends with a lot of people who work behind the scenes there, and I still love a lot of the people involved in Creator Clash. And they were like, hey, since Ian and Anissa are no longer here, we're trying to like get people together who believe in the brand to like become sort of figureheads. I don't want to phrase this poorly, because I'm aware that this is the kind of thing that could get clipped and, I don't know, put on H3 or whatever. But basically I was like, okay, well, I have questions. And so I, like, when they called me, and I was very candid, I was like, hey, wasn't happy with how this went last time, would not have done it again. Feel like I got kind of fucked over. And they were like, totally. And that's why we want you to talk about this, because we agree that mistakes have been made and that we want to fix them and get it back on board. And I was like, okay, if there's a world where this event becomes what I thought it was when I signed up for it originally, which is it's supposed to be creators getting fit, which is a thing that I've always been very behind, sharing that with their audiences, encouraging people to get fit. A community event where you are doing an extreme sport and that requires so much trust in each other, and fucking raising money for charity. And I was like, if you can guarantee me that it comes back to the heart of those things, and then I will push that. I am okay with it, and I will feel good about doing it, and it will feel again like this thing that I keep trying to make up for. Like I feel like I still feel so burned by that time, and then I'm like, still, it probably will never work, but I'm still like, maybe I can make good on it if we can do it right this time. So I am now sort of one of the promoters. I am hosting the pre-show for Creator Clash 3. I'm not fighting, but I'm like helping come up with like some of the event stuff. And yeah, the way that they've restructured it sold me. But again, part of my involvement is literally because they understand that I'm not somebody who was okay with it and am aware of the criticisms and am okay tackling them, which I respect. They were like, we've been vocal. That's good. Like, we want to fix these issues. So, yeah, we're working on basically bringing it back to what it was. It's me, Aaron, Ethan, and creative people behind the scenes. Trying to take it back to being a fun thing that should never have been about internet drama at all, and is about raising money for charity while people get fit and get to do one of the coolest fucking things in the world. It's insane to me that I get to say that I had a boxing match, let alone won a boxing match. You know, like that's fucking wild. What a memory I will never forget. That's like deathbed. I will be like, holy shit, what an insane thing to do. It's such a cool thing for creators to get to do, and I'm excited for the people who are fighting, who are training this year, who are training really hard to get to do that. So the event got pushed. It's been moved to LA rather than Florida, which I'm also pretty happy about personally. And yeah, just trying to bring it back to what it was supposed to be. Like, I don't know if I'll be involved again next year. I have no idea right now. We'll see how I feel. But the goal, raise money for charity while putting on this fun event. That is the plan. And I'm just doing my best to support that and take it back to what I would have liked it to have been in the first place, is the idea. So yeah, for the whole rest of the year, I will be raising money, again, outside of maybe Friday, for Stand Up to Cancer, which is the organization that Creator Clash is raising money for. And so I have my own campaign. I think we've already raised like $300,000 or something. Let me check. Charles on Tiltify. I also like when I do a lot of like indie work stuff that I do, I will often ask people to donate money to my charity causes instead. So like Deep Field Games is on here for some work that I did for them, because it's whatever. Like, I'm just happy to do it that way. No, not window display capture here. Big thank you to Deep Field Games for the $400. But otherwise, so this is my one. I've raised $1,000. You guys have raised $1,000 more realistically. I didn't really do that. And here we go. Knockout Cancer is the actual event. That's me. Never looked better. It's raised $238,000 already, which is amazing. Goal is $1 million. I'm hoping we can beat that. That would be great. Oh, hello, Rahul. Welcome. Fell for the clickbait again. So, yeah, Hassan alone raised $210,000, though I think I donated $500 to his as well, actually. Oh, no, this is just his whole profile. I should be in here somewhere, you know? Full leaderboard. I'm here somewhere. I did it. There's too many people donating too much money. How would we ever keep up with that? I'm here somewhere. Here we go. Number 45. I put in $500 to Hassan's, but otherwise, yeah, the plan is donate money for this particular cause for the rest of the year as part of Creator Clash 3, something I feel like I can get behind. And again, I know that I'm not the reason that it didn't raise money, but it's something that always sits on my conscience as a, like, I think it's like a dumb personal hang up that I have, that it's not like, because I wasn't really out there like trying to get people to give Creator Clash money or anything. I was just sharing what I was doing. It's more like I feel bad that the thing that prevented me from being home didn't succeed, and I just can't let it go. So I don't know, like I said, continuing to try to make up for that, I suppose, even if it'll never really succeed. Yeah, DDU close 23 says someone who attended the first two creator clashes and had a ticket to the third one. I'm disappointed it isn't in Florida anymore, but if it gets back to actual money for charity like it was originally supposed to be, I'm happy. I think that's the whole plan, right? So like part of it is running an event that was in that Tampa arena is so expensive. Those overhead costs are huge. So expensive because it's so big. And part of why it didn't raise money the second year, because again, obviously I asked them that before willing to even have anything to do with the third year. I was like, explain this to me. How did you fuck this up and how are you going to prevent this from happening again? And it was really just that they used the exact same model that they used the first year and didn't expect it to not work the second year. Projections said that they would do the exact same thing and they didn't. It's a tough one to... Like, I wasn't happy about there being two parties. Like, I didn't feel good about that. I was like, we didn't raise money for charity and there were two parties? Really? This whole hotel, really? But I guess like the idea is like when you do something like that, you're trying to get influencers to go and take photos, and then it raises money, and then the next year can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was many things I wasn't a huge fan of, but yeah, it's basically now the idea. I think not only is it closer to everybody who's on the production team, which makes it a lot easier. Where did the money go? It just kind of didn't make money. The money didn't... I guess I can't really speak to this because I don't really know, to be clear. Like, I'm only involved in this year. I was only a fighter last year, so I feel like I shouldn't... I'm not confident in any of the information about, like, that kind of shit. It just didn't make money. Yeah, and Rahul got a Rolex, so... but yeah, just... Everything is... It's a smaller venue, less expensive, more of a goal to raise money for charity, and love how clickbait the stream title is. Thank you. It's live news catch up important. Wow, I saw it from XQC. That's what I do every time. More charity incentives, more fun, less drama. I feel good about it. So yeah, I was saying to Rahul the other day that I was like, I've got some pretty crazy shit on my resume these days, and I think the fact that boxing promoter is one of them is not something I ever expected. That's insane. I have done events before, obviously, like putting together the accessibility awards is no mean feat. And again, I've said this before, we're not doing it this year. We were planning to, we're not doing it this year for the reason, no fucking joke, that the cuts to Medicaid could literally kill Steve. Like, he could actually die if the cuts to Medicaid go through. He cannot afford care if those cuts go through. So I'm not willing to do the show without Steve. We'll do it as soon as Steve is comfortable doing it, but he's got many shits he's dealing with right now, and I don't want to push him on anything, so sorry about that, Rahul. Yeah, it's not great. For many reasons. Yeah, as said, decisions made for Creator Clash previously that I do not agree with. Again, that's part of why they brought me on board, is because I think that they did some things that, and I'm not a boxing promoter, I am now, but I wasn't. You know, it's not like there's many things about this that I do or don't know. I do not know the inner workings of all of it. I don't have all of the answers to everything. The only answer I have is that I want to fix it. And it feels like me trying to make it right. Even if, again, I know on paper I didn't have anything to do with the fuck up from the last year, but I don't know. Bring it back to what it's supposed to be. The reason I joined in the first place is still something I feel very positively about. It's so cool to get a community of people together, watch them get fit, have all these creators talking to their audiences about this fitness journey and get people on board. I've had so many people tell me they took up boxing because me talking about it, and that fucking rules. It's such a good sport. Raise money for charity, and none of the weird internet drama stuff. That's all I'm saying. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. What happens and what are the odds you get burned again? Well, I can't get burned again because it's functioning differently this time. So it's impossible. Like, again, we've already raised $238,000, so I've not been burned. The last one raised $0 until afterwards. But because they're functioning the event differently now, it can't. we've already raised money. And we'll continue to, with the goal of hopefully raising $1 million. So it also feels good to me that this is about cancer and that my journey with the last one was really about cancer. So yeah, I'm going to be raising money for Stand Up to Cancer for the whole rest of the year. Again, potentially outside of Friday, which may instead be Point of Pride. So yeah. You telling me tons of photos of you with ripped guns wasn't worth it, at least to intimidate Rahul Kohli? I don't think he loved them so much. I don't think Rahul was a huge fan of the guns, personally. I want them back. I gained weight because I've been traveling for 2 months, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. But whenever that happens, whenever I gain weight, it's not as much as I thought it was because I think I've been walking so much. But when you gain weight, it's like I'm in a good position to gain muscle. So I'm going to do that. And I'm excited about it. I'm glad it's me and Ethan running the show now. To be clear, it's technically Aaron running the show / Real Good Touring running the show. Ethan and I are just trying to come up with cool, fun ideas. Like do the good part stuff. Yes, Danwob, that is a good point. That the second one did raise money for charity, but it was after the event. Again, I donated all of my reimbursement money to charity for the Creator Clash charity specifically, and all of my merch sales went to charity as well. I donated that to an asthma foundation, who now send me letters in the mail all the time. Happy to work with you, man. Just fucking send an email. You know, I don't need to get all these letters. It's a lot. Who else did the last merch run, I donated the money to an animal shelter and a food shelter. And it's brutal. The animal shelter one, I don't even remember which charity it was, but they now send me letters that have like a picture of a sad looking dog on the front of it. Rahul was there when I opened one the other day. And I was like, you donate to charity and this is what they send you. And it's like a dog, like, and they're like, if you don't donate again, we'll murder this dog. It's so brutal. Like, I'm on board. I'm already donating. We already donated the money. Please, you don't have to do this to me. It's like you donate to be guilt tripped. Still down to do it. Pipe down, dude. It's wild. Yeah, do it now or else. There's a photo of them with like a gun to the head of the. Oh no, have I crashed again? Nope, just Chrome. I think just Chrome again. It did. Why does that keep happening? What is Google Chrome doing to my fucking GPU? 52 degrees. That's why are you so hot? Because of Google Chrome? I really gotta get this fixed. I don't know what it's since I installed the 5090. I mean, I can see that you guys are still chatting because it's up on the oh, it moved. Haha, we're back. It's still up on OBS, but it's not. I don't know. It's fucking wild. Here we go. Here we go. It's back. It's back. It's back. We did it. Fundraising analytics is fun, but I bet that tactic increased donations by 3%. Probably. I don't know, man. It's brutal. It's brutal out there. It's nice to know Aaron is in charge now. I'm sure he'll do a great job. Yeah, it's Real Good Touring is still technically in charge, right? A lot of people behind the scenes. But it's me, Aaron, and Ethan like doing the communication, and it's been really fun already. We had a meeting the other day that was like, what are some cool ideas to make sure that we stick to these goals? And that no one mentioned profit even one time. Like, it's literally just make it fun and make it raise money for charity. That's the whole, every conversation we have is about that. And yeah, I feel good about it. And hopefully we can hit $1 million, throw a cool event. That's the plan. Hell yeah, Ace Angel. That's not nothing. It counts. It counts. What does profit even mean for a charity? Well, Creator Clash is not, the event itself is not a charity. It's a boxing event. This is the charity part. From listening to the few creators that do make events, they rarely make money outside of giant sponsors. So many elements, so it costs more than you think they would. Yeah, I know of another charity recently that failed to make money. That was I mean, not that recently, but there was a creator event. I'm not sure if they've spoken about it. But it was for charity, but the overhead costs were so much that it's just, I think it's just way harder than everyone thinks it would be a lot of the time. And I agree, a lot of nonprofits are sus. I'm pretty careful about who I raise money for now, which sucks. Just feel like a lot of them are shady, which again also sucks. I've like lost a lot of trust in a thing that I used to be so willing to do, but yeah. I had a pretty weird experience with Red Nose Day, and that like they were so lovely to work with, and I think that they raise a lot of money for good causes. Like this is like not a like they didn't use the money well thing. But let me pull this up. When I worked with them, they were just so like pushy about, I make sure that you demand donations every 5 minutes. And it was like this, I think this annoys people more than anything, man. I don't know about that. Like, I guess they just have to do what they can, where they can. And, you know, when you're not hitting the goals, it can be a huge bummer. Like, I think I started doing so many charity streams maybe like 2 years ago that I realized I had to stop because I wasn't able to raise money anymore because I was doing them so often. So I now just try to do like bigger events, but I guess we're doing this all year, so I don't know. It's a lot. It'd be great if the overhead costs were waived when doing events for charity, hiring the event location for one. Some companies will do that, but not all of them. But yeah. Yeah, the LA Fires charity that I did the event for in January did raise $1 million. And that went directly to the fires, which is amazing. Love that. Someone has to cover the cost at the end of the day. Yeah, it is what it is. Running a charity is hard. I made one to use distributed computing to cure cancer. That's really interesting. Raised $0 and folded it. Yeah. I considered starting a charity specifically to help content creators, especially smaller content creators, with shit like stalkers, because you will not get a lot of help from the police. And I thought about it and I was like, there are a lot of like women who like, you know, don't even have large followings who have to deal with this and they don't know what to do and there's no information available for what to do and like how you're supposed to handle this stuff and what the correct forms are and all that shit. But then I was like, no one's gonna donate to that. Like, I would do the charity so that I could pair them with private investigators. Some of the private investigators shit that they can figure out is fucking wild, dude. Like, we figured out where people live. Like, they can give me the details of their families and it's an anonymous name. It's fucking crazy. They're like, here's where they live and here's their family details and who lives in their household, and you're like, holy shit. But that was the idea, was like, create resources to help people who are dealing with this stuff, because it's also, you're not allowed to talk about it or people call you an attention seeker, so you're asking for it. Like, it's very, people die and it can be not great and there are not any resources. But I was like, no one's going to donate to that because I would be asking people to donate money to rich people. And like, because like everyone thinks every content creator is rich, right? People think I'm a millionaire. I don't even have $50,000 and people think I'm a fucking millionaire because you make content and people are like, well, you're rich. So it wouldn't work. No one would ever donate. Wouldn't work. I live in a Twitch mansion. Me and my millions that I definitely don't have. So yeah, I just can't see people donating That's the thing. 49,000. Do not have $49,000 either. No. I do spend a lot of money on Banjo. He is expensive. And on the other hand, they respond to swatting trolls like crazy. Yeah, it's isolating, and I think I'll probably still try to figure out like a network for how to help. Not that it doesn't happen to men, but like trust me, it fucking disproportionately happens to women. Like again, I have these male content creator friends who are fucking huge. Been on YouTube for a long time, tens of millions of subscribers, and if I talk to them about some of the experiences that I've had, they're all shocked. Much bigger than me and don't have the same experiences at all, and it's not unique to me. It really does just happen to a lot of female content creators, and I think, yeah, it's no one really has any advice publicly, so. But again, was like, no one's going to donate to that charity because everyone's going to be like, these people are all rich. Look at their mansions. So it doesn't work out that way. Would it be possible to get some info on the PI? I'm not a content creator. A few years ago, I had to deal with a stalker on Twitter, and they literally spent a year and a half trying to ruin my life. No. I could not. It would be crazy to point you in the direction of my private investigator, who was on a retainer. But I know so little about him by design in a way that is scary. Is all I'm gonna say. All I know is he's like ex-Navy SEAL and has a bunch of contacts at the fucking FBI. Yeah, no, I'm not even willing to discuss this dude for fear of like I might die. It's crazy. Where's a good place to start? Just like a general direction. Yeah, you can literally just look up private investigator services. He's definitely legal. He's just intimidating. Like if I were to like, it seems like a very bad idea to give people details about your private investigator publicly, but I also feel like I'm gonna get a call and he's gonna be like, "What are you doing? Can you not do that right now? Ever? Please? I know where you live and where everyone you love lives." You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a great idea. Very intimidating. Should I do a PI investigation on Rahul? Don't need to. Don't need to. I know what he's up to. Is he watching the stream? He might be. Very intimidating person. But, yeah, for how to find a private investigator, well, I found mine by reference, so it was someone else who used him, who I think, if I'm remembering correctly, is also a big content creator, if I'm thinking of the person I asked. Pretty sure. But yeah, you could straight up just find firms and agencies. At the very least, you would be able to... I would call them. I would call around and make sure that you find the right kind of person is a big part of it. That's definitely a thing. How much has he looked into my mods? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know where you live. I don't. I'm not like setting him on random people. It's only like, it's only for threats. And even then, not most of them, you know what I mean? Like there are so many. But yes, before I jump over to playing Hollow Knight, just so I can show you where I'm at, and maybe I just play Hollow Knight, let's watch the Donkey Kong Bonanza. Also, let me reset up my charity so that if you guys do want to donate money to Stand Up to Cancer and benefit to Create a Clash 3, you can do so. But I don't think that I currently have it as my charity. No, I still have it for the Nova Foundation. So let's go beep. And I guess I would go for my campaign. Me, top fundraiser, Alanah Pierce. I think view campaign. Nope. Yes. Here we go. We're just gonna put that donate to Stand Up to Cancer. Here we go. Boom. So yeah, that is my individual goal, to raise $10,000 with my community here. And again, Big thank you to Deep Field Games for that. I did some work with them and had them donate it, and that's why they're up there, and I appreciate them for that. Thank you, G.I. Chota. What was the last DK game before this one? Yeah, Tropical Freeze, which I love, by the way. I think Tropical Freeze is a fucking great game. That is a good-ass video game. All right, let's do it, shall we? Danky Kang. I'm so amazed that this is so long, but it is what it is. Is there any other news that I need to catch up on? Anything else that I missed? Other than this, we'll watch this first, but... and see what the vibes are. Cool. Great. Oh, it's not that long. Oh, beautiful. They just pulled a Nintendo. Excellent. Okay, more like 20 minutes. Should this have audio? Just jumped ahead to make sure. Okay, we have audio. Let's do it. Tell me if the audio is okay, everyone. Xbox Next Gen video. Yeah, Jeff, send that through too. That'd be great.
Peggy 7.
When the world felt so cruel.
The fuck? This feels like a strange choice.
When the whole looked so dark and deep. Heart is bright
What?
toward a star.
Why are we doing this? What is it, Final Fantasy?
Alone. Then your beat showed the way to
What is happening? That's pretty sick. Cool beard.
Golden Bananas, the discovery of the
What
century,
the fuck?
made right here on Ingot Island. This is excellent news for #1 banana fan, Donkey Kong, who also happens to be here. However, just as he's about to enjoy the notable bananas, a sudden tempest sends him deep down underground. As his adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rod, but
I'm so confused.
it's no rock at all. It's actually a talented young singer named Pauline.
Fucking Pauline, man.
Now, Donkey Kong just wants
She's
bananas.
become my nemesis in Mario
And
Kart.
Pauline wants to find a way
Stupid,
back
sexy
home to
Pauline.
herself. It's said that one's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So the unlikely duo set off on a strange subterranean adventure.
I'm
The
so
story
curious
takes
about how this
place
gameplay is
in
gonna
the
work.
underground world, where the scenery changes the deeper you go. Some layers are so spectacular that it's hard to believe you're underground. DK can run,
Running? Nintendo's done it all.
jump,
Jumping? Oh my god.
and climb through each environment.
Revolutionary.
Using his incredible physical prowess, you can freely move in any direction. But that's
Why
not
are the
all.
skies underground? Don't ask questions.
Almost
Just
anything in your
consume
path.
product.
You can smash, crash, and bash. You can even do this to a massive rock formation. You know, if you want.
It's
As you
very
battle through
impressive.
obstacles in your path,
Technologically.
you'll also collect golden bananas known as Banandium gems. More on those later. Let's take a look at some of the things this Kong can do. Punch. Smash enemies. Walls. The ground. And most things you can get your hands on with incredible force. Destruction can lead to discoveries, So set off a chain reaction and see what
There's
happens.
so much happening. It does feel like kind of Minecrafty, but you can't build anything.
Dive punch. Unleash a powerful punch directly down. How deep you punch into the ground depends on the strength of the terrain. Roll forward. Roll at high speed and send lighter objects soaring.
So far,
Combine
I
this with
recognize
punches and jumps to really mix things up.
gameplay is break thing.
Hand slap. Make some noise to collect scattered items.
Oh, that's cool.
Or detect hidden objects using sonar. You can even use
Donkey
your
have
feet
sonar?
when your hands are occupied.
Monkey, rather?
Tear off. Grab a chunk of terrain and tear it off. Or tear up turnips to find items.
That's cute.
And even tear chunks off your foes. Swing. Grab a chunk and swing it to attack. Harder chunks can be used to break
Where's the
stone
story?
with ease.
But why is Monkey?
Or smash spiky
No one ever says, but who was Monkey?
chunk jump. Use a chunk to double jump. This will help you reach new heights. Throw.
Love to throw.
Throw a chunk. Or aim at a target like this. Throwing a boom rock or gold can have explosive effects. If you throw chunks made of softer material, you can stick them to a surface
It's...
and pile them
Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my
Serve,
god.
serve. This lets you ride on chunks. Speed up and aim for smaller enemies to knock them away. Make
So it's
music.
it's basically
The power of
traverse
Pauline
and
singing
collect
will
money,
help
just
show
like
you
the
the
real
way.
world. Go places, get
It can
money,
also
right?
remove these strange seals that someone left behind. You never know what you'll discover in the underground world.
Alright. It's more Mario 64-ish. Slash, I guess,
So carve your own path with DK's
Mario
abilities.
Odyssey-ish than I initially expected. And then I think I was like very focused on the digging stuff, and I was like, but for what purpose
The
does
many
Monkey dig?
layers of the underground world are host to a variety of inhabitants.
Mario Odyssey Astrobot's a great way of putting it.
Some are mysterious
Destructive
and aren't too
environment.
bothered by DK's destructive tendencies.
Can we give Dick
It
4 a
looks
game
like
code?
Cranky Kong and his companion Rambi are also venturing through the
Hi,
layers of
welcome.
the world.
If you make me laugh, you get a free video game.
Then there are the Giant Elders, who call the underground world home. They're said to possess ancient bonanza powers.
Is that,
Oh, so this
By
is
learning their bonanza
definitely
powers,
baby Pauline.
Pauline's singing can do something
12-year-old
special.
Pauline. That's just a
She
yell.
can make Donkey Kong transform. With incredible destructive power, even hard terrain poses no problem. Plow through the world and smash as much as possible with the powerful Kong Bonanza. Plus, DK can transform into a zebra. He's as speedy as he is striped. He can even breeze over water or crumbling pathways. That's the swift Zebra Bonanza.
There's a lot going on, man.
Oh yeah, he can also turn into an ostrich. A flying ostrich. Spread your wings and soar through the sky.
What?
You can use updrafts to gain more air. Then drop egg bombs from great heights to
This
send
is one of the
enemies
most insane
scattering.
trailers I've ever seen
That's
officially.
right,
It's
Ostrich
And also-
Bonanza.
he can
But
shit on his own dick,
transformations don't
and they
last
just
forever.
keep doing those.
You can
Also,
transform
he
a
has
coin by
AIDS.
collecting gold to build up your bananas.
Sorry, is that how I get canceled? My point is just they keep just going.
You're not limited to
And
one
then this
thing.
fucking wild thing for
You
some
can
reason.
swap between
You know what I mean?
transformations. So get creative and use them as you adventure to the planet core. Standing in our hero's way is the Void Company.
Okay.
The mightiest mining operation both above ground and
Hot.
below.
You wonder what the lychee tastes like?
Grumpy Kong works to create gigantic corporate soldiers. Poppy Kong is responsible for
The
subterranean
pitch meeting for this game must have been
info
3 days long, but it's just a series of bullet points that are completely unrelated to previous bullet point. It's Things Told Me Day 1 by. I don't know if I'm running through game codes too fast mods. Can I also give Base Giants a game code for It's Things Told Me Day 1 by?
But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
Void Code
What
blocked
the
off
fuck?
all the routes to the lower layers, so no one could reach them. DK and his pals will come face to face with the enemy's Guardians routes.
What is this design choice? What does this design doc look like? What the fuck? I'm so...
By defeating them,
I'm much happier to have a video game trailer that I'm actively confused by than something that looks boring, to be clear. But I am confused. It's so
found throughout the underground
all over
world
the place.
are golden bananas called Banandium gems.
I'm kind of stressed
They're
out.
not always visible though.
Thank you, Ted Dog.
Sometimes they're buried in the walls, the ground, and other places. There are a whole bunch.
What happened to
find.
K-Rool? He might still be here,
You can
right?
also obtain these gems by completing challenges in the ruins found throughout
love
your
him.
adventure.
Let's do this!
Challenges include time-limited battles, courses where you'll need clever
I
solutions.
do think I hate the color palette. I think I maybe hate it. Ayy.
Keep your eyes peeled to find the Banandium gems. There
You
are
gotta hand
plenty
it
of
to
ruins
Nintendo, man.
discover, so give them a try.
They just make such creative games. Oh, look at his little buns. Look at him go. Nice butt shot.
As you collect Banandium gems, you'll gain skill points.
And it's like metal
These
as
can be
well. I
used to
just...
increase stats such as your max health or the destructive power of your punches. Power up Donkey
Wow.
Kong to match your playstyle.
Is this
For
Donkey Kong's
example,
first skill
if you
tree?
strengthen your sonar, you'll be able to detect treasure from further away, which could lead to new discoveries. Or use skill points to learn new skills. There are all
I did
sorts
not
of
expect
items
that.
to find as you explore.
I said every 2 minutes.
Banandium chips are shaped like slices of banana,
Oh, cute.
and they can be traded for Banandium gems at the chip exchange.
There's a
These
shop.
gold nuggets are, unsurprisingly, called gold. You can exchange gold for
Is it
useful
Nintendo's
items at
first
the
skill tree?
stuff shop.
I don't think so. I think it just might be Donkey
There are
Kong's first skill
fossils
tree.
too.
Right?
You can trade these for different fashions at local style
Definitely
shops.
feels a little like Banjo-Kazooie. Bro, I wish.
Just
Yeah,
open
there are
the
Odyssey
closet
vibes in
and
here.
Customize the perfect fits for Donkey Kong and Pauline,
That's very cute.
or even change up your fur color.
Did we understand what
No
Pauline
look
does
is too much for
mechanically? I know
Donkey
she
Kong.
sings.
Or too little. Almost every article of clothing comes with its own benefits, so mix and match your look to suit the situation.
The fake narrator enthusiasm voice is killing me. Rahul keeps sending me those
If you find
TikTok memes that's like it's an advert audio over like something terrible happening, and it's what does she say? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. You know what I'm talking about? Which the fake enthusiasm voice just made me think of that, and he keeps sending. I don't know. He sent me like 20 of them, and they make me laugh almost every single time. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. It's very fun to do that too, by the way. I love fake enthusiasm voice. Saying Donkey Kong. I can see it. I can see it. Nothing beats a DK holiday.
a treasure chest buried in the ground, crack it open.
Which
and
I
you
think
might
will be some
receive
great
a
memes out of
treasure
this, to be
map
honest.
showing the location of
Have a little
Vanadium
beach thing and
gems
then something
or
chaotic
fossils.
happens. Nothing beats a Jet
Their
2
locations
holiday.
will be marked on your map. Pretty helpful for finding collectibles.
I hate the color palette. I
You
hate
can
it.
also see which fossils and vanadium gems you've collected, making it easy to see how close you are to completion. There's plenty more to do in the underground.
Those
world,
make me
but
think
not
of Banjo.
adventure. Need a rest?
Kazooie, the video game,
Carve
not my
out a
dog.
space and enjoy a getaway.
Also known as Banjo.
You can recover in bed. And enjoy listening to tunes with the music
Ozzy
player.
Touring Board is gonna hire you. I'd love to be able to do voice acting stuff like that.
You might even
I think
find new
advertising would be
discs when
genuinely
defeating
fun.
enemies.
Do you ever wake up tired in the
When
morning?
it comes to moving between layers, subterranean eels have your back. These elevators will help you easily move
elevators,
between
cute,
layers
cute,
you
cute.
visited at any time.
What the fuck, dude?
And if you get lost, no need to worry. You can always teleport within the layer you're currently
Should we
exploring.
teleport there?
Teleport. Okay, so Pauline is there to provide dialogue, really, is what she's there for. She's story, dialogue, emotion, because
In
they're
photo
like,
mode,
we can't make
you
Donkey
can
Kong
freely
speak,
change
that's
the
crazy.
in-game camera angle and adjust other settings to snap pics.
Nice.
Get a photo like this
DK.
or that. Unleash your inner shutterbug and create your own captivating scenes. By sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately to buddy up in local co-op play. As Pauline, you can unleash Vocal Blast using Joy-Con 2 mouse controllers. You can also copy the material of nearby terrain to give your vocals even more texture.
It just keeps going.
Working together, even tough enemies don't stand a chance.
I haven't felt this way about a video game since that one time I played Fortnite. And
This
I was
game
like,
also supports game share. Even if only one player has the game,
Cool.
they can quickly share it to another player so they can join on their own console.
wait, who's controlling
It can
what?
also be shared locally to a Nintendo Switch console.
One of them's controlling the
Plus,
shouts?
you can play online between Nintendo Switch 2 consoles using game share via game chat.
Is that right? One of them's controlling the shouts? Anyway, there's
If
too
you
much
need a little
video game
help
in this
with all
video
the
game, is all I'm
platforming
trying to say.
action, Assist mode is
This
the
is
way to
Fortnite
play.
2,
It
video game,
guides
the
you in
video
the right
game.
direction. Halves the damage you receive and more. Assist mode supports you
I'm
in your adventure
scared.
to be the best Kong you can be.
I'm scared. I
Outside
don't know
of the
why,
main
but I'm
game, there's a
scared.
mode
That
where
is
you
how
can
I
carve
would
stone
define the
using mouse
emotion.
controls
I'm
called
feeling
decorative
anxiety
arts.
watching this trailer.
Rotate to paint.
Why is there a painting mechanic as well?
Carve material
Please make it stop.
or add some back on. You can even change the lighting
That actually
and
looks
add
pretty sick, though.
delectable banana effects.
What the fuck?
Give it a try and sculpt to your heart's content.
Whoa. This is a whole separate game, Nintendo.
This game also supports Amiibo.
And also,
A new Donkey Kong and Pauline
He's got
Amiibo
herpes.
figure is also on the way. Scanning it unlocks Pauline's Diva dress. By scanning the Donkey Kong series Amiibo shown here, gold Kong tiles with explosive power will appear.
oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Every other Amiibo released up to this point is also compatible. If you scan them, you'll get giant spheres like these.
Look at us.
And
okay?
when she turns 18, there's a minigame where you could fuck Pauline.
Than anything. Heart of gold, a wish come true. I have this dream. Oh, maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream.
What is going on? What is going on?
Join the powerful Donkey Kong and the talented singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet Core.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of things that would be weird for them to add on the fly, and I'm sorry. To be clear, I said when she turns 18. All right, so
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
calm down.
Available July 17th
Fucking
only
hell.
on Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. The Donkey Kong and Pauline amiibo will also be available July 17th.
She has the TikTok freckle makeup, yes. They gave her that for sure. Wow. I'm confused, I think. I'm confused. This made more sense to me a month ago. This is one of the most insane things I think I've ever seen. I think I spent every 2 minutes being so shocked by whatever I was seeing that I don't think I really absorbed the video game. If you asked me to explain what happened in this trailer, I would say, okay, Donkey Kong has sonar. There's a JRPG song, and he collects bananas by throwing things. Also, can turn into an ostrich. And there you have it, everybody. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I mean, they went all out with the name Bonanza. They was like, what if we make it Bonanzas? It's totally Bonanza. And it is. And it is. If you told me ahead of time the things that you could do in this game, I would think you were lying. Oh my god. Am I going to play it? I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't look good to me. But I think I sort of want to play it for the lols. Is that crazy? That I'm like, I kind of want to just try it because it's fucking insane. Also, you can fuck Pauline for some reason. Yeah. Is it $80? Did they say that? YNWA recent. Thank you so much. They got raw hole at the painting section. I mean, that looked actually pretty cool. I played a demo but never played through it. I agree. I do not think that I will play this whole video game. I hated this and thought I was the only one. Oh, is it? Well, I guess I haven't seen any reception to it. Is it being received super positively? I'm just confused. And plus, DK can turn into a zebra as a sentence that never been said before. No, that's true. This looks so fun. I haven't been excited for a DK game since Nintendo 64. This direct has honestly sold me. Love they double down on the amazing vocal themes from Odyssey. Oh, hello, Bando. Hi, little boy. What you doing? You just being handsome? Were you standing around wagging your tail? Fair enough. Hello. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Little Bando boy. Little Bando boy. Kid Pauline casually having the Dragonborn shouting co-op. That's so good. Damn, dude. It's not that I think it looks bad. I just think it looks insane. You know what I mean? Oh, Bando, you want how much attention you want? You want a big parrot. You come in here to get. Hi, come here. Come here. You come here. Come here. Come here. Ah. Oh, you're such a cute boy. Hello, darling. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi, baby. Hi. Look at your sweet little face. Can you imagine being a dog? You just get to walk over and someone gives you... I won't stop giving him attention until he's done. You just get a head rub. Hello. Hi. So handsome. So handsome. Ah, Mando. Mando. What you doing, bub? You want to say hi? You look at me? You speak. You speak. Good boy. Brrr. A friendly reminder that Banjo is a character in Layers Deep, and I'm obnoxiously going to make him as present as possible. So, I'm shoehorning Banjo in hard. That's my agenda. I'm gonna make sure that he has more voice lines than anybody else in the whole game. So, you deal with that. Oh, I did it, Banjo. I did it, Banjo. What you doing? Hello. Oh my gosh. What's up? You just being a cutie? You just want people to pat you? But I can't walk him at the moment because it's too hot. So I have to wait till it's like at least a little dark out. Because otherwise He'll burn his little paws. Troy Barker be his VO. No, Banjo's doing his own VO. He's doing his own VO. Which I think is very cute. Yeah, the layers deep command is there. You just hit layers deep, I think, right? And it's just... Am I crazy? It's not? I thought I did. Layers deep, where is it? Didn't I do that earlier on the stream? Am I crazy? Did I invent that? I really thought that I did. I just linked it last time you did it? Oh, okay, that's my bad, Jeff. You were just too good at your job and I assumed that it was the command. Hang on, let me add it in. Here we go. Done. Command. Hey. Though Jeff did also make beautiful wishlist art on my Twitch profile. It's lovely. Oh, it still reminds me of that horror short stuff you did last year. Totally different artists. Totally different artists. That said, I do love Matt, who was my animator on the horror short that I directed. Okay, other news. What else is there? The Expanse Osiris Reborn trailer? I don't know what those words are. I'll check it out, Jeff. I'll check it out. Thank you. It's only a minute.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation.
Okay, so
to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing
this is an
library of
AMD
Xbox
ad.
games.
AMD paid them for this.
This is all about building you a gaming platform that's
what this is.
always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're
Which
working
I'm cool
closely
with this
the
at this
Windows
point.
team
Like
to
I
ensure
will
that Windows is the #1
miss
platform
the
for gaming.
console era
The
of
next
old, but
generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
thanks, Sarah. It's convenient, you know, it's... In short, Xbox is lost in search of identity. I don't think that's true. I think that Xbox has had this plan actually for quite some time, and they're rolling it out slowly because they don't want to scare people. I really think it's just they are trying to tap into every market possible because that's what the stock market requires currently of video game companies. I don't think they're lost. I think this is very intentional. Ted and Tucker are beefing. I did see that, the Ted Cruz Tucker Carlson stuff. I saw some of it. That's fucking crazy, dude. Is this Xbox Stadia? Sort of. I don't really know how to answer that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Pending. Jacob Gala. Mod chat, entertainment. What else you got? What else do we got? Ooh, Blood of Dawnwalker gameplay reveal this weekend. Cool. I'm very interested in that game. tech demo for The Witcher 4. Yeah, we watched that last time. Look cool. Look cool. Okay, what was the Osiris? The Expanse Osiris Reborn. Oh, this is the Expanse game. Oh, it's from Alcat? I didn't realize that. I wonder if Austin's excited about this.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
I mean, this looks gorgeous, but I don't know how real it is. No, I haven't seen The Expanse again. I know Austin wants it, so do with that what you will. Pretty good taste, that guy. Pretty good taste. Whoa, that was cool.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yoloda. They never look up. Zafar, you were right.
Again, beautiful lighting, but I don't imagine this is gonna work. I'm getting the impression it's like it's just a sci-fi FPS or 3PS. Alcat is usually turn-based, yes. But it doesn't look bad at all. I guess it could be.
Thanks.
Hard to compete with XCOM, man. Hard to compete.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's very pretty, but I don't know what to make of this, really. I don't know what to make of it. Oh, hang on. That looked like gameplay. So it is a third-person action game.
Can I just stop breathing?
Man, good on Alcat, dude. Huh, okay, it's like slightly more like The Division. A little bit Mass Effect-y. I'm thinking it's not gonna be scary though, so third person action shooter? Maybe? Third person single player. Looks cool. Doesn't look scary enough to feel like Dead Space to me. Gears of War Mass Effect? I mean, dude sold. Yeah, I guess probably not as many RPG elements, but looks cool. Looks cool. Cover shoot mechanics? Yeah, definitely. There'd be cover shooting here. Don't know what to make of it. About your thoughts on Xbox going console as subject, do you think Microsoft is going to be able to keep Game Pass affordable without incentivizing hardware sales? Yes, they lose money on hardware. Generally, hardware operates at minimal, if not zero, profit. They usually aren't profitable for a few years. I think Game Pass is going to be just fine. Yeah, the idea is definitely to get as many people playing, really buying games as possible on their stores for that constant 30% revenue stream, basically. And Game Pass incentivizes people to at least get on an Xbox. So, yeah, I don't think they'll. I mean, they will change the price of Game Pass every year that they can get away with it, like same as Netflix, right? But I don't think that is gonna. Not having hardware is not gonna be the problem. Yeah, and I've seen people talk about the Xbox ROG Ally, right? I use my ROG Ally all the time and I love it. Huge fan. I now travel with this everywhere. It is dope. And it is basically a mini handheld PC. That's what the ROG Ally is. I play Xbox games on it, but it can only play Xbox PC games. So like I played Hollow Knight on it. I played some Doom on it. I played a lot of Blueprints on it. In fact, I mostly played Blueprints on it. So I'm playing games that are available on PC through the Xbox Store. This is just that. This is just an ROG Ally, which fucking rules. I love it, with Xbox branding. This is still, it has the Republic of Gamers logos on it. This is an ROG product. This is not made by Xbox. This is basically just in collaboration with Xbox. It's still an ROG Ally. And, yeah, I mean, cool with it. I'm not gonna buy it because I already fucking have one. I don't need a second one. Progress goes with you is true. Everything that like I was playing Hollow Knight on it, I would then, if I want to play on my Xbox, I can. Just downloads on the cloud. Aggregated library access supported games anyway. You go from Xbox and other PC game storefronts, which is cool, but I believe that it can only play same as my ROG Ally PC games. Does it cost less? I don't think we know the price yet. Game Bar's great. Yeah, it's great. You can also like browse. You can do whatever you want. This means so much more to me now. Like I understood people were hyped, but yeah, it's an ROG Ally. That's what it is, and that's cool. Performance is great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. It's cool. I do imagine it'll be expensive, but yeah, it's this is just a portable Android PC. That's actually how I describe. People will ask the difference between the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally because I use mine so much, and I feel like the ROG Ally is basically like, it's like akin to Android to Steam Deck's iOS. Cool. Kind of already exists. Probably do think it'll be very expensive, yeah. I don't doubt that. And yeah, it'll definitely have improvements over the ROG Ally. I'm not saying it's identical because it's not. It's newer, but it's the same thing. Ally is Windows, Steam Deck is Linux. Yeah, that too. Cool though. Down with it. Vrima, $699 lower model, $899 top model. Sorry, $599. $600 for that lower model seems unlikely to me. I feel like it might be 800, like 1,200. No, probably not that low. Anyone ever call you Allie, or do you even have a nickname? I've been called Al before, never Allie, because that's for Allison. But not really, I don't have a nickname. Just Alanah. Rahul calls me Pierce. Corey used to call me Pierce. At Santa Monica Studio. Can you play Layers Deep on it? I do not know. Couldn't tell you. Currently working on PC. Love to be on console. Have no idea yet. Alanah's just so long and it just takes so long to say. I'm so sorry. It's a lot of effort. I get it. How many syllables is that? Too many. Is there any other gaming news that we should look at? Anything to cover? Anything going on? It isn't trying to be affordable for the capital G gamers. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, Marathon got delayed? I didn't know that. Oh my god, yeah, sorry. I forgot about Mind's Eye. That shit's crazy, dude. Marathon news. Marathon development update. So, full context, I love Bungie. Bungie are responsible for some of my greatest memories of all time. Like some of the fucking genuinely, I don't know if that sounds sad, some of the highlights of my life can be credited to this studio. It's so much of my like teen years. I like Destiny. I liked Destiny 2 for a period. I have no interest in Marathon, and I struggle to tell you why. It just, maybe I've gotten pickier about games as I've gotten older, I don't know, but like, this is just, I googled Marathon and it's just people running. So dumb that I was like, what? I think I just, like, again, maybe I've gotten pickier about art styles or something. You know, I feel like this edgelord neon thing, just isn't for me anymore. And again, I don't want to sway anyone else. Like, if you're excited about it, that's cool. It's not, I have almost no reason for that. I just don't love the way this looks outside of Cyberpunk. I don't know. Yeah, and it's an extraction shooter. That too. So not a thing that I think I will play. Maybe I'll play it out of curiosity, but it's not like I'm like, fuck yeah, Marathon, which I don't know if anyone really is. Ironically, the art style immediately put me off. Again, same. I wish I wasn't like that though. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Oh. Rahul's in Discord. Let me hang on. Hang on a second. Rahul. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I can see you. Say something? Can't hear you. Okay. Let me figure that out. Nope. Input device should be not that, but whatever. God. Okay, now Rahul, say something. Ah, I can hear you. Hello. I think. Oh God, hello. Hi.
I put the video on, I don't know why.
I know, I can see you. Would you like me to show the internet what you currently look like? Because I can.
I don't mind.
Here we go, hang on. Just a little Rahul Kohli shot for you, everybody, for free. Wow. Look at you go. Hi, Rahul. We're talking about, I told Rahul that while he's away, he's welcome to join me in Discord for streams if he's missing out, for the context, everybody. We're talking about Marathon, Rahul. How do you feel about it?
Marathon?
Yeah, the game Marathon.
I don't know what the game is.
Bungie's new game.
When did this come out?
You haven't even heard of Marathon. Great. Okay. Excellent. Marathon is Bungie's newest game. It is not out yet. It has been delayed as of yesterday. It's an extraction shooter.
Is it going to make FPS great again?
Almost definitely, yes. They're going to be the ones to do it. Finally.
Knew it.
Dear God. Thank you, not only for your...
playing the same old COD?
Are you?
It's an extraction shooter.
I do think that dude coming on stage and saying, aren't you sick of all these games being shit? Here's a battle royale with dubstep is wild. That is truly insane.
Are you sick of the state of movies? Look a new comic book movie.
While holding a baseball bat. Okay, thank you not only for your passionate feedback around the marathon reveal and alpha playtest, but also for your patience while we took the time to listen closely and chart our next steps. Through every comment and real-time conversation on social media and Discord, your voice has been strong and clear. Stop pandering to me, Bungie. We've taken this to our heart, and we know we need more time to craft Marathon into the game that truly reflects your passion. After much discussion within our dev team, we made the decision to delay the game till the September 23rd release. I mean, this makes sense. This is basically they've delayed it because everyone feels the same way that I do, I guess. That, like, no one... the game just doesn't appeal to me. Do you have the stream up? This is the art style. If you pull up the stream, you'll be able to see it.
What, just on Twitch?
Yeah. Or I could screen share with you. Hang
Someone gifted me a sub because I didn't want to sit through ads and I'm not paying for it.
Here. I'm sharing the screen on Discord so you can see it.
Oh, I've made it small. Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
See what I mean?
What am I looking at?
This is screenshots of Marathon.
Yeah.
It's just like very... I don't know. Neon? And
Rainbow?
yeah, but like, I don't know, man. Hang on, let me pull up some gameplay. Something about it is just off-putting to me, and I'm getting more and more like that with games lately. Like, it's just so many fucking games. Marathon trailer. This is a lot of views.
Caterpillars in it.
Yeah. A lot of Caterpillar content, yeah. I love the music in this. The music's good.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't tell you very much. Sick music though, really.
The Bungie just never going to do single player again.
I don't know, dude. It just doesn't... Again, music doing a fucking great job. A lot of heavy lifting here. A lot of heavy lifting. You're not aware of the whole stolen visual art that kicked this off. So I've heard whispers of that, but I don't really know what happened. So Bungie... Stolen visual art? Give me news. Bungie... Whoa, this has happened multiple times? Bungie confirms it stole art once again, will undertake thorough review of Marathon assets. Okay, is this one of those situations where, like, there was a Ubisoft game that did this once where they used a placeholder asset? Yeah, and then, it, like, communication ran down, so they didn't, like, no one figured out that it was a placeholder, and it just kind of got... Hang on, I just want to remove the ads on here. It didn't get removed. Which, like, you shouldn't be doing that anyway. There's, like, no way that Sony would have let us do that. And I guess Bungie's Sony now, too. But, like, there's no way we would have been allowed to do that. Bungie confirms it stole art once again. Crazy. Okay. Bungie is once again being accused of using the designs of an independent artist without permission or attribution. What the fuck? How?
That fridge is only $1,300.
Yeah, I removed the ads from the stream, but yes, that Best Buy fridge is only $1,300. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's an LG.
It's an LG fridge. That's cheap, bro. Bungie is once again being accused of using the designs of an independent artist without permission, pay, or attribution. In a post on X earlier today, visual artist Anti-Real said that Marathon's environment art uses designs elements pulled directly from her 2017 poster designs. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, that's... I see. Okay.
What's wrong with a little bit of light fevery?
Well, hang on. This doesn't look like assets to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe because it looks like they're like similar stylistically, but it doesn't look like assets. Am I missing something? I'll keep reading. Oh, no, wrong one. As evidence, Anti-Rail uploaded screenshots from in-game footage of the recent Marathon Alpha playtest, comparing designs and logos seen throughout in-game environments with poster design work she posted on Twitter in 2017. Compared with the original designs, which are still visible on X, there are fairly blatant similarities. A design element from one of Anti-Real's posters. Oh, okay, sorry. It's just that they're really small. Oh, I was completely misreading this. Okay, here's what it is. I thought that these were all Bungie and these were all her. No, wrong. It's actually...
Oh, she's pointing him out.
Yes. Holy shit. Wow, yeah, no, that's just straight up. That's just flips. They didn't even try.
Arrows, though?
Well, no, but look at this bottom one. Here. Oh, yeah. Hang on. I need to get it in the view. Hang on. Here. Oh, come on. This. The bottom thing that starts with that sideways T is literally exactly the same. That's crazy. Wow. Why would you ever do that?
Yeah. I'm surprised you're not talking about Ocean Gate.
I did think about bringing it up.
This is bigger.
Ocean Gate? We watched the Ocean Gate documentary, everybody, and it is very good. Ocean Gate is about the Titan sub that imploded over the Titanic. I'm sure everyone knows about that.
You know what was my biggest revelation?
Mm-hmm.
You know, after the Watergate scandal,
mm-hmm.
we put gate after things because they're a scandal.
Yeah.
But Ocean Gate's just the name of the company. So it's Ocean Gate.
He was kind of asking for it.
Isn't it?
It sounds really sad. It's not sad, Jill Sandwich. It's basically a look at how somebody's ego got people killed. And I think in terms of like a dive into that, there's some shit in it that's fucking crazy. Like straight up, this dude was just convinced that he couldn't die for no reason. Even though everyone told him he was going to die. Everyone.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I didn't like him. I don't think he came off well on the documentary.
Ballsy claim, Rahul. Ballsy claim.
Yeah. Jim Cameron said it best when he was like, the submarines are so safe. They're one of the safest mode of transports that when it happened, the Coast Guard didn't even know how to approach the situation because they've never had to deal with a sub missing.
Basically never happened before, yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason it happened is because that dipshit was convinced he could use carbon fiber.
But even then, so someone just said the sub was destined to fail at some point. It's not even that. It was destined to fail that exact trip. Like, literally one dive, so that the sub made like 80 dives.
You're saying after the one before the
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not even it was destined to fail eventually. It was carbon fiber will wear down. It was always going to fail eventually. It's that it was going to fail that exact dive, and they knew that basically. You should watch it. It is really interesting.
They ignored that data, that last one, right? Where it was constantly ripping instead of popping.
Yeah. It made a giant bang sound. And then there's footage of him going, subs make noise. It's insane. It's a study of like how somebody's ego was so big that they were convinced they were invincible. And it's
going back full circle.
Crazy.
I bet Bungie doesn't look so bad now.
Nice. This is nuts, though. Here's what I don't get about it, okay? I work with artists. I've worked with many professional artists. This is not
one right now.
Okay. This is not hard to design.
Yeah.
You needed to rip
Just 2 hours.
some arrows? Why? I don't... You know? Nuts.
Speaking of art, by the way,
Yes?
my mum messaged me. Her and my dad sat down and watched the show today.
Oh, cool. Nice. Rolls in a new show, everybody. And is now filming Carrie. Stephen King's Carrie. Curry, as we're calling it. Anti-Real said...
You know what? When I came up with that joke, that it should be called curry, when I came up with that, I was really proud of myself because that's genius.
It is genius, yeah. You're right.
And it just came to me.
Yep. And then he made a little fake poster out of it that Rahul's now the lead of Carrie, and it's being called Curry instead. So you heard it here first, everybody. Anti-Real said that she... Okay, Anti-Real said that she hasn't been able to pursue legal action against Bungie due to lack of resources. Fucking hell, how brutal. In 10 years, I've never made a consistent income from this work, and I'm tired of designers from huge companies mood boarding and parasiting my designs while I struggle to make a living. The mood boarding part is a little... Yeah, no, it's fair enough. It is fair enough.
Surely someone would be like, oh, this is straight plagiarism. We'll do it pro bono.
Yeah, it has to be that they didn't realize. It has to be. This isn't the first time Bungie has been accused of using the work of independent artists without permission. Just last year, Bungie admitted that fan art was used while designing a Destiny 2 Nerf gun. Holy shit. In 2023, Bungie said it would do the same for another artist after an in-game Destiny 2 cutscene featured near identical similarities to their artwork. What the fuck? How do you keep making this problem? It has to be crunch, right? That they're like, they don't have time to do assets themselves and they don't want to get fired or something? How does this happen multiple times at one studio specifically?
I mean...
The art team was following the artist? Fucking hell.
Oh no.
And in 2021, Bungie confirmed that fan art of Xivu Arath was accidentally used in a trailer for the Witch Queen expansion. Fuck me, man. They clearly have some kind of, like, workload issue that this would make it into commercial products is crazy. In the replies to Anti-Real's accusation, another ex-user noted that she's followed by Marathon franchise art director. Fuck me, dude. That's brutal. Bungie issued a statement via the Marathon dev team account on X. We immediately investigated a concern regarding unauthorized use of artist decals in Marathon and confirmed that a former Bungie artist included these in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in-game. The issue was unknown by our existing team, which makes sense. Like, I get... How would you know? Like, I worked at IGN when, what's his name? Don't remember his name. A reviewer plagiarized Dead Cells reviews from YouTube videos.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I either worked there or just left. I don't remember. And it was a thing where people were like, how could they not know?
Wasn't it like word for word from a YouTube video or something?
From multiple YouTube videos, I think. And how would we have known? Like, unless you were to scour every YouTube video, which you would never think you would need to do, how would you know? Like, how could you find that out? You know, like, it's... People like, IGN doesn't have policy for this? And like, I know that they probably have figured something out now, but like, how would you find out if someone plagiarized a YouTube video? Yeah, it'd be... Like, it's hard to figure out a system for that kind of thing. This issue was unknown by our existing team. We're still reviewing how this oversight occurred. That's the thing. It's clearly like a bad oversight that they have some pipeline issue for, I suppose. We take matters like this very seriously. We have reached out to Anti-Real to discuss this issue and are committed to do right by the artist. According to Bungie's statement, the company seeks permission from artists to use their work as a matter of policy, and the issue can be traced back to a former Bungie artist. To prevent similar issues in the future, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets, specifically those done by the former Bungie artist. Okay, that's fair. It wouldn't be surprising if that artist had done this multiple times. Which was the same for the guy who worked at IGN. He'd done it more than once. And implementing stricter checks to document all artist contributions. We value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we are committed to doing right by them. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. One incident would be unfortunate, but almost yearly accusations? How has this happened so many times at Bungie? That's crazy. Even though Bungie now has a record of admitting fault and retroactively crediting compensating artists, it's harder to brush these into off as honest mistakes when it's the fourth time artists have allegedly fucking hell. That's so wild that it specifically happened there. I really wonder what it is. Is it that they don't do concept art? Maybe? Like if they don't do concept art to the same degree that other studios do? Like everything that we do for while I was at Santa Monica Studio is like the writers write something and then the artist delivers something based on that writing, and it always starts as concept art and you see various alternates of the designs usually. So like there are options. We're doing concept art right now for Some Things for Layers Deep, and it is starting as like, you know, a pencil drawing. They hire a lot of contractors? Yeah. It happened in Halo Infinite as well? Fucking hell, man. Don't know. Do writers have final say on how something looks? No. The director would. But, writers have input. Like, if someone drew concept art of a character that I had ideated, I could be like, well, not this because this reason. But usually you get something back from an artist and you're like, holy fuck, it's cooler than I ever pictured. And it's a very cool thing to do. Maybe it was meant to be changed and they said effort to meet deadlines. That feels most likely to me, because why else would you do that? So weird. I do not know. Rahul, what are your thoughts?
What?
No, that's about all I was after. Thanks.
I might have been asleep.
You fell asleep. You're going to start snoring on the internet.
Nah, that's all right.
You've been known to snore.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Thank you, Genie22. I was telling people that you've been sending me those TikToks. And I was like,
darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
I think that, what's my take on it? I think Jacob is a piece of shit for supporting Destiny. After knowing
you know
this.
what? It's about time somebody told him. I feel like it's about time that somebody said, hey, Jacob.
We need to forward this to him.
We're sick of your shit, dude. You're fucking done. We can't make excuses for this behavior anymore.
He's been dodging cancellation ever since the Me Too movement.
100%.
And one day
100%.
he's gonna get caught.
100% agree. Completely agree. Boycott Jacob, everybody. And you know what? I'm actually gonna kick him out of the stream on Friday.
Oh no.
Ubisoft sexual harassment. We're just all the great topics today, everybody. Oh, the trial started, huh?
What trial?
Ubisoft, sexual harassment. Ubisoft. Harassment by Ubisoft executives left female staff terrified, French court hears. 3 former executives at the French video game company Ubisoft used their position to bully or sexually harass staff, leaving women terrified and feeling like pieces of meat. Ugh. Ugh. The state prosecutor, Antoine Haushalter, said the trial of 3 senior game creators for alleged bullying, sexual harassment, and in one case attempted sexual assault was a turning
Read
point
it
for
in
the
a
gaming
French
world.
accent.
It is the first big trial to result from the Me Too movement in the video games industry.
Is this inappropriate?
And Haushalter said the case had revealed
I can only some words I know are just really wrong.
It sounds good.
overwhelming evidence of harassment.
Yeah, this is inappropriate. I should not be doing this. People will sexually harass Rahul. You fucking bigot. In 4 days of
What have I got to do with
hearings, you told me to do it in the French accent, you fucking bigot. In 4 days of hearings, female former staff members variously described being tied to a chair. What the fuck? Forced to do handstands. What?
This is why I don't fuck with the French, bro.
Subjected to constant comments about sex and their bodies, having to endure sexist and homophobic jokes, drawing of penises being stuck to computers, a manager who... It's not funny.
What?
A manager who farted in workers' faces or scribbled on women with marker pens, gave unsolicited shoulder massages. Ugh. Played
Well,
pornographic...
hold on. And I'm being serious here. Is farting in a co-worker's face sexual harassment?
I think this is different kinds of harassment. They are not necessarily all sexual, but because homophobic
in a co-worker's face.
Probably if you're doing it intentionally. Homophobic jokes are not sexual harassment, I guess, unless you're gay. Well, maybe they are because they're sexual in nature potentially. I don't know. Whatever it is, don't do it. Played pornographic films in an open plan office. That's crazy. And another executive who cracked a whip near people's heads. Fucking hell.
I sent you an article about a woman who got a sinus infection from her boyfriend's farts.
I saw. And I worried about Autumn. Not that you don't fart, but Bruce has got more gas than anyone I know.
Oh, awesome.
I know. I hope she's okay. Pour one out for Autumn. The world of video...
Harassment.
What?
The farting Bruce is doing, not only could he give her a sinus infection, it's harassment.
He's harassing his wife, yeah. I do think that I would consider it to be like I didn't like report it as harassment, but you could consider it to be harassment that when we made some vlogs at I can't believe they did this. It was Disturbed, but it's not like I was like, I've been harassed. When we made some vlogs at Funhouse, I was the editor, and Adam took the camera into the bathroom and recorded. And so I had to edit that footage. And I was like, fucking hell, dude.
Don't we all know that?
What do you mean? I don't think I've said that before.
Cameras in the bathroom.
Well, that's from a separate incident. This was like for a vlog. It was like he took the camera into the bathroom and recorded himself. I didn't like see his dick or anything, but it was still deeply unpleasant to have to edit. Okay, the world of video games and its subculture had elements of systemic sexism and potential abuse. He said the Me Too movement in the games industry had allowed people to speak out. It's not that these actions were not punished by the law before, it's just that they were silenced, and from now on, they will not be silenced, he said. Ubisoft is a French family business that rose to become one of the biggest video game creators in the world. That has been behind several blockbusters, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and the children's favorite, Just Dance. You heard it here first. Just Dance, just for kids. The court of Bobigny in Saint-Denis heard that between 2010 and 2020, Ubisoft's offices in we're back. Okay. 3 executive created an atmosphere of bullying and sexism at 1 member of staff likened to a boys club. I mean, this is not remotely surprising, and that's the worst part of every time one of these stories comes out, is that I could not be less surprised. No part of me doubts this as somebody who's worked in the games industry for 10 years. I will say. Yeah. I felt like Santa Monica Studio had a wonderful culture. Never felt any way uncomfortable with literally anything ever. There were many, like, women working there in positions of power, studio head, executives. Wasn't a boys' club in that way. It's a really, really wonderful place to work.
Well, I've had the opposite experience, because when I worked with Kojima Studios...
Did I freeze?
What?
No? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't like that Kojima-san would fart in my face.
When did you work with them?
Oops.
When did that happen? No? Nothing? Anyway. Sexual remarks and sexual jokes are almost daily. Tommy Francois, 52, a former vice president of editorial and in creative services, is accused of sexual harassment, bullying, and attempted sexual assault. He was alleged to have once tied a female member of staff to a chair with tape, pushed the chair into a lift, and pressed a button at random. That's insane! What an insane thing to do to someone! He was also accused of forcing one woman to wearing a skirt to do handstands? Ew. He was my superior and I was afraid of him. He made me do handstands. I did it to get it over with and get rid of him. Fucking hell, man. The thing that like always gets me about this is like, it's the amount of people who don't stand up to it that really gets me. Like, people knew this was happening and did not do anything to defend these women. That is always
Aren't they
the
just
way.
as scared?
Yeah, but they have reason to not be as afraid as the women who are in these positions. Like, and you always hear people talk about how they're allies and they're heroes and yeah, we got it, we'll figure it out, and then they don't fucking do anything. It's infuriating.
Not related, but sort of related. I just had a chat with Kate Siegel, Sam Sloyd, and Alex.
Oh yeah?
Because I'm in, Canada.
Yeah.
And I told them that I hate periods and I hate that they have periods. I wish I could have them for them.
That's so kind of you. That's so kind of you.
It makes me so fucking mad.
Hey, good on you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really,
So anyway,
really appreciate it. Real ally. Another witness told the court that during a video game fair in the US, video games fair? Something about the phrasing feels weird, The Guardian. A video games fair? Francois grabbed me by the hair and kissed me by force. Ew. She said no one reacted, and that when she reported it to a human resources manager, she was told don't make a big thing of it. I've told this story before, definitely, but when I worked at a call center, there was a bet internally, and I was like 18, 17 maybe. There was an internal bet that all the dudes had about who would sleep with me first. Again, I was 17 or 18. Didn't sleep with any of them. And at a work party, one of them, as I was walking past, grabbed me on the boob, and I was like, hey, don't fucking do that to me. Like, I got mad. And then he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then the next time that I walked past, he did it again.
Sorry that he got reprimanded.
He wasn't being serious. The next time that I walked past, he did it again. And so I went and told HR, as you're supposed to do. And I was like, listen, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this, but I was repeatedly groped at that work event. And I found out about this bet to sleep with me. Just making a report. And the HR sent out an email saying Alanah is uncomfortable with some of the behavior that's been I really feel like I should have sued them, but I didn't. I didn't even quit, actually. I just never went back. I just left and never went back. I literally just left the building, and then one day my manager emailed me and was like, hey Alanah, aware you didn't show up, but we paid you for those extra 2 weeks. Can you give it back? I did not give it back.
Wow.
I just didn't respond, and I was like, if you want to try and get that money back from me, go ahead. Like, give it a fucking try. Company was Melbourne IT, everybody. Melbourne IT.
You know what's fucked? Whenever you bring up your work in a call center, the image in my head is you, as you are now, surrounded by Indians, and you're scamming.
Wow, Raul, that's racist.
No, I'm Indian.
Are Melbourne IT still around? Probably. They're a big company. Melbourne IT. Yeah, they're still around. Yeah.
Alanah's trying to call old ladies to buy Target cards.
Melbourne IT. They were a domain
Oh,
hosting.
there you go.
Anyway, racist, Raul. Racist. Yeah, it was not great. Not great. Not a great place to work. But yeah, I often am like, man, really should have sued him. Really should have sued him. But I just didn't, like, when stuff like that happening, you just kind of want to get out of it and you don't want to make a big deal out of it because that's a lot of fucking effort. Like, that's so much extra emotional labor that you have to also deal with and make a report, go to court. Like, it's a lot when you're like, I was uncomfortable and I didn't want that to happen again. And they were like, lol. Crazy. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I told you, but when I was working on a production, which I don't want to name, the crew, whenever I arrived on set, would call me Sheriff Daddy.
Could be anything. Could have been. It could be anything.
I liked it.
Is it sexual harassment if you like it? Asking for a friend. I mean, you could easily say that plenty of things at Funhouse was sexual harassment, but it doesn't count because the nature of...
It's context, isn't it?
Right? Like,
And
it's
consent.
Yeah, I think we are all consenting to the idea that we are making these videos that have these stupid jokes in them. Like, you could say that Elise was sexually harassed in theory. But I, like, again, I could say that, but I don't feel that way. Oh, like any of the "she's my wife," you know, that stuff. You could make a...
Oh, sure, yeah.
but it's like...
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, it's...
we are all consenting to it. And it's not harassment by virtue of the fact that it is in theory welcomed because of the content, but, you know. Yeah, the ponytail incident as well. It's another release one. I mean, there's that video where Lawrence and Adam were both wearing, like, furry helmets, and I was sitting between them, so because I thought it would be funny, I put my hands on both of their knees, but I didn't ask them for permission to do that. You could, in theory, say that was sexual harassment, but you're doing it for the bit, and people know that, because that's the whole point of the job. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is fucking
I wish
wild,
you
though.
fucking sexually harassed me yesterday.
What's wrong with you? Rahul, what? You wish I sexually harassed you yesterday?
With my consent.
Thank you so much. When I did that fart yoga, I forgot about that. That was really bad. It was one of the dumbest things I'd done. It did not work out well at all. What am I thinking of? Alanah Pierce. No, I can't Google myself. Never mind. I'm trying to find a screenshot.
Got any light-hearted topics?
No. You missed the whole Donkey Kong Direct, which was crazy.
What?
The whole Donkey Kong Direct. You missed the whole thing.
What did you think?
It's fucking insane.
Just, like, smash and dig anywhere.
No. Have you seen it? You should watch it. It's crazy.
I watched it.
You did?
Yeah, what's crazy?
The zebra, the ostrich?
Oh, did you see that you can carve any image or, like, sculpture?
Yeah. The painting?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So much video game.
And
Anyway.
It's not out. It's not. It's,
Can move on
it's
from
out
this,
in
but...
like less than a month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It did not appeal to me, personally, but I don't know, I might try it. If you buy it, I'll play it. Harassment by Ubisoft executives left female staff terrified. I believe every word of this. It checks out and is unfortunately, like... I think it's getting better. A reality of being a woman who works in tech in a lot of ways is just... That is how I feel about this. That,
Yeah.
Again, I think it's improving, but what a, like, brutal thing to have to accept. That it is sort of just...
So these things have to go to trial, and we gotta cut the head of the serpent off.
At least that's finally happening, right?
Yeah, exactly.
People are talking about it,
this
and
is.
I really hope more people stand up to it, because... Like, whenever people ask me, like, oh my god, did you hear about this thing that happened at Blizzard? My response is always, yeah. Of course it fucking did. Like, it's almost more surprising if there's a game studio that existed, 10 years ago where this wasn't happening. That would surprise me almost more, and it's really, really gross. But I do think it's getting a lot better. I do think people are standing up to this stuff more. The people who do this kind of thing are getting hired less or promoted less, which perhaps is more important.
In point, they're being prosecuted.
Right, finally, which this has never happened before in the industry. So
yeah,
it's a real shame, but it's a real shame feels like underselling it. It's really fucking gross and just such a reality. There are so many stories. But I do feel like it's getting better. There are more women in more roles, and I told the story before about how dude who's like sort of well known, grabbed me at the Game Awards, and I think I've even said this part where the one person who stood up for me, this was in front of a big old group of people, the one person who went, hey, leave her alone. She doesn't want to talk to you. While I was clearly uncomfortable why this dude was trying to rip my jacket off to be like, show me your body at a fucking games industry event, was Steph, Lawrence's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Steph was the only person who said anything. And like after it happened and she did that and he fucked off and I walked away and I told other people, there were a series of men in the games industry who were like, hey, stay with me. I will not let him get close to you. Harrison from he was at Blizzard was one of them. I could give the list of names of people who did that, but like when it happened and was happening in front of a lot of people, the only person who did anything was Stephanie Bayer. What an absolute champion. One of my favorite people.
That's just insane to me.
Yeah, you weren't there, were you? I don't know where you were.
I know I wasn't. This happened.
Might be before we even really
No,
knew
I'd
each other?
heard of it, but I don't think we were friends per se.
I think actually we were friends, but that was before we like knew each other very well. I feel like we were acquainted.
Yeah,
but
just
anyway,
like through Funhouse friends.
yes, you're right.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, fucking awful. But like, I will never forget that she did that. I will remember that forever. You know what I mean? And I think the more this stuff comes out, and the less it feels like this like little fucking hush boys club, the better it gets. People are more willing to stand up to it and talk about it. And I think when the stories come out too, you have the Brad Pitt Weinstein thing. You know what I'm talking about, Rahul? Where it's like,
yeah,
people go, oh, wow, that dude's really going down in history as the one who said something. For anyone who doesn't know, Brad Pitt is one of the only people who ever stood up to Harvey Weinstein. It was like, don't fucking touch her, you creep. And is known for that.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. And like, you know, goes down looking really good for that. And I think, as sad as it is, there are a lot of men out there who can only be incentivized by that particular narrative. Like, they get to look like the hero. And if that means that they stand up to more creepy dudes, that's cool. I'll take it.
That's why I got a lot of respect for Flanagan with how he handled certain things.
You know what? I think that Mike Flanagan, from even like conversations that I've had with him about the games industry, just actually cares.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't try to go on a hero tour. He doesn't tell people about it, about the shit that he does that's supportive. He just does it because he really is opposed to people being mistreated. Which, yeah, absolute props to him. Yeah, we had a conversation once where it was a period of time where like some shit was happening, I don't remember, and I was talking to him about it, and he, after the conversation, which I wasn't super serious about even, he was like, hey, I'm so sorry that this happens to you. And he didn't need to do that, but he went out of his way to be like, it's fucking disgusting, and I'm so sorry. And
were you telling him about our relationship?
Yeah, I was like, Rahul keeps sexually harassing me. He keeps farting in my face. And he said, I'm so sorry that happens to you. We'll take him down. But yeah, I don't know. If there's anything that I can say about this is A, I'm so fucking sorry to all of the women who've had to deal with this absolute bullshit. B, please stick up for people. You know?
Yeah.
Please stick up for people. Even if you're a little scared. Just please. If you even think about it for a second, you know, like it makes it's even if you're afraid for your job, it's the difference between someone, as said here, feeling like they've been terrified to work somewhere, and actual growth that leads to these people being kicked out. You know, like it.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for anybody getting fired for.
And it's not. It's not hard. Like, this is where I do put my money where my mouth is, and you'd call it out. I'll fucking call it out if I see a dude do something. I don't care what status they have or power over me.
Yeah, Rahul,
take your fucking hat. I'm not having it.
Rahul will try to fight a man for mistreating a woman. He will. I've seen him do it multiple times. In fact,
That's why it
sometimes
blows
if
my
we've
mind
been at like a
sometimes.
nightclub or whatever and somebody's like grabbed me or said something creepy to me, I just sometimes have to not tell you.
Well, that's not that good.
Because otherwise you'll try to fight it. And sometimes...
I'm not Conor McGregor.
A little.
I may confront them about it.
At the very least, like, you give them this terrifying stare. Which, like, you have a good intimidating stare. And that I'm alright with.
But more so, forget the nightclub. At work. No, I can't do it. I can't. It feels so dirty. Like, maybe it doesn't come from a good place. Maybe this isn't a good thing to say. But, like, if someone mistreats someone or is harassing someone, and I know I didn't say anything or stop them, I feel dirty.
I think same.
Like,
I think I'm also the kind of person who will always stand up.
That you sat there quietly.
There should be, to be honest. I know it sounds really simple, and I'm not advocating for it under every circumstance. I recognize it can be complicated, but fuck me, please stand up for people if you can. I guess it's more of a plea to people who are in positions of power. I understand that there are people who can't. It's not that simple, but if you're in a position of power, please fucking hell stand up for the people who can't advocate for themselves. It really does make a difference. Even one person saying something makes a difference, you know?
Or even do it anonymously if you can't. At least back up the report if you saw something, innit?
Yeah, totally.
If you can't jump in and you're worried, because look, at the end of the day, there is this funny thing with men. Like, a man will escalate to another man to a point where it could become incredibly dangerous. You could not like the way, like when you said that guy grabbed your jacket.
Yeah.
Steph is able to go, hey, don't do that. But if a guy, depending on who the guy is, if another guy goes, yo, what the fuck, don't do that.
Oh, well, yeah, he's the type of dude who would try to fight a man for that.
Could get stabbed.
That's true. It's hard out here being a man.
Like, men-on-men violence is the stakes. How quickly it can spill out into like fatal violence is insane, and that is intimidating. Like, I don't know if you were being harassed and it was, and I don't know. But there are situations where it's scary because you're like, fuck, I might get fucking killed for this.
That's also true. Also true.
But the shame of not doing it still outweighs it for me. Fuck it, just die then, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yikes.
Well, I'm just like, oh, fuck it, then stab me. At least I fucking said something.
I don't know, man. Again, it's not that black and white. I'm just trying to be like...
I know.
Yeah, I get there's a lot of nuance.
You can still report.
Please try to do something. Yeah, at the very least. At the very least, my very least is not report it. My very least is speak to the victim and ask what they want. See what support they're after. If they want to make a report, how can you help them? That is at the very least, I think.
Yeah, fair.
Like, sometimes they don't want anything to be said because they don't want something to blow up and become huge, you know? That's actually quite common.
Yeah.
So the at the very least is just say, hey, I saw this. What can I do to support you in the future? And then ask that question again a week later after they've had time to think about it. Because sometimes it can be, can you make sure that we don't sit next to each other in a meeting? Can you try to avoid scheduling things where the two and I have to interact? Can I be moved to the other side of the office? You know what I mean? It's just ask people how you can help them. That's what it's all about. I stood up for a woman who got punched in the face in front of me by a guy once, and not everyone, including her, turned on me. It's not always easy. Yeah, because you can be seen as escalating. I'm in agreement that it can be complicated. You also kind of have to read the room, and I don't know. Ask people how you can help, I guess, you know? I don't know, dude. I just want everyone to stop being shitty to everybody. And that's my take. Congratulations, we've done it. Congration.
I'm just thinking about all the farts I did now.
Sexual harassment, farting. Yeah, well, didn't you ruin takes on Why Manor by farting?
Yeah, to Tania.
Nice.
But I didn't fucking tie her up to a chair and stick her in an elevator.
Make her do a handstand.
Yeah, I just farted during her
Wild.
emotional scenes.
Diabolical.
And I once farted in front of the kids, and it was silent, and it stank, and they started heaving, and we had to evacuate the set, and I couldn't claim the fart because it was too big.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
Seeing like little Amelia heaving made me feel bad.
You're pretty farty. You are pretty farty. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Everyone would be just a little nicer to each other. Remember what kind of world we live in. I mean, that's also part of it. Just be nice. But the problem is, I think you can't say that to people who aren't. It doesn't. It only works on nice people. I don't know that there are any words you can give that will make someone who's really shitty, like someone who's sexually harassing women, not do it. Other than, hey, you're a fucking loser. You're an absolute fucking loser. No one thinks you're cool.
What do you think the percentages of nice people to not nice people? What's the ratio, do you think? Is it 50-50?
No, I think
60-40?
I think most people are good. And I think there's a pretty big category for people who are a bit cowardly. And then I think there's a category for people who are like extremely insecure, or like their egos make them shitty people. I think the cowardly people can sit on either side though sometimes. They can enable bad people. I think most people are good.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's just that usually the shitty people have a lot of impact.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, was there any other news to catch up on, everybody?
Can it be like good stuff? This
Mm.
has been really hard to sit through.
Sorry about that. Apologize for that. I don't think there's any other video game news because I don't really want to read Borderlands reviews. Devastatingly.
IGN
Raul's
reviewed
new
the
show tonight,
Nintendo Switch and gave it a 7.
Wow, that's lower than I expected.
They said it was basically a phone upgrade.
I don't disagree with that. It is basically like a phone upgrade, but it's a really good one. No, I don't want to read about the Dragon Age stuff. Darktide dog gameplay? Well, we'll just have to play Darktide again for that. I see the trailer for New Dying Light then. Yes, I did. Why don't we just
Marine is being downvoted.
play Hollow Knight? Why don't we just do that? It's probably downloaded now.
What?
Nice. Good shit. I downloaded Hollow Knight, so I'm gonna go play that role. I'll leave you to it, mate.
For our 4K physical media fans out there, the new news is that Criterion have announced their September lineup, so get your pre-orders in.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
I assume that a lot of your people are fans of physical media.
Probably some of them, yeah, statistically. Yeah, that checks out.
I'm just sharing the God's work, or whatever it's called.
Thank you. You got a couple of yeses in there. Bunch of people who like physical media. GG. Yeah.
We Were Lies came out today.
Yep.
No one in your audience should watch it because it's not for them.
It is definitely sort of YA teen girl focused show.
Yeah.
That's who it is made for, yeah.
What else? I know about the news.
Ted
Donkey
Cruz and
Trent didn't play well.
Trent played badly. Huge for us. That's very funny. Premier League standings dropped. I'm sorry, schedule dropped.
Have you looked at the fixtures?
No, you told me about them though, but I'll have a look.
No.
Anyway, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm kicking you off, Rahul. Thanks for hanging out. Anytime. You're welcome anytime on the show. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks so much. See ya. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna boot up Hollow Knight. Sound good? I'll also probably grab myself a drink, so. I will be right back. GG. GG easy. Assuming that this game that's only 8 gigs is downloaded by now. Hey! We've done it. My god. Thank you so much, Bratosaurus Rex. 2,800 Switch 2s are stolen from a semi-truck in Colorado? Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay, I'll be right back.